Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of Humblewood. Last we left off, our party ventured into a cave after almost succumbing to a trick of the trade with some herbs and a little bit of mystery. They descend the cave into a molten area to find themselves approached by an elder tree being called Oakheart, a flaming elemental tree of some sort. And it seems this was the elemental powers that be that contained the Borealis, the icicle that was fractured from the aspect of ice. After some strong fronts and quick wits from our party, they were able to complete their task and obtain the Borealis from Oakheart. Exhausted, beaten, burnt, and worn, our party uses their emblem of the avium to teleport back. They were escorted to their reserved dormitories, where they sit and ponder over what their future lies with the Borealis. As they took their sleep, Akiko chose to be the one who attunes to the Borealis. In the night, as he takes it, it's cold to the touch. It's frigid. It hurts. It's like holding on to something that's constantly freezing over and over again and chilling the air around you. But as you hold it, you kind of lose the presence of what's around you as you sit. And it's not exactly a disturbing presence of the Borealis, but the other party members can feel the chill in the air as it persists with its force of cold around it. As you look deeper into the Borealis, you can find yourself kind of the scenery around you is kind of fading. And it's just you and the staff as you hold it. You see this, but it's your feeling that's portraying this in your mind. You feel the whirling winds of chill and cold as it whips past you, and the embodiment of eternal ice locked in a dancing wind fury. And as you sit here and become attuned to the staff, you feel the energies of the previous aspect that it once was, that once ruled this plane of existence. You get a deeper sense of what can become of this staff, what it can do, what you can do. You find yourself waking up in the morning, not knowing when you fell asleep. But the staff, as you hold it, is no longer cold to the touch, nor can you feel the rigid cold that persists around the staff.
And we are all waking up?
Our party awakes as they wake up in the dormitory. Rather chilly.
He's gonna look over to Kiko and be like, "Are you able to turn it down at all?"
What's wrong?
That icicle that you have, the staff, the Borealis or whatever. I'm confident that it is chilling every room we walk into.
Oh. I don't feel it anymore.
He's gonna pull out a few more scarves from her bag and wrap them around herself.
Your 3 scarves.
It's like more like 5 or 6 now. Just gonna bundle up and just kind of look at Kiko.
I don't know if I can turn it down. Mm, I'll try to keep it tucked away.
She's gonna hold out the bag of holding. Like, do we want to put it away or?
It is quite cold. Would anyone like some coffee to warm them up?
I would love some, my dear.
Okay.
Hemi, you're so skittish about fire. I really thought you would be more about the cold.
I prefer just moderate temperatures. Just that nice, same feeling as your skin temperature where everything's just kind of cozy. Not cold, not burning. Like, let's stay away from the extremes. Just in the middle. Happy middle. She's gonna, like, stand up and, like, go wash her face at the basin, and then... Do you think we have to go talk to the absurd council?
Well, I think we should, but also, Hemi, you have some icicles forming on your face now.
It's fine.
Here's your coffee.
Thank
Ash, do you want any coffee? I know you don't like it, but it is a little cold.
I mean, I'm alright. I don't really mind the cold too much. I mean, it reminds me of all the times my friends died due to us not having enough to eat or not having enough to buy good insulation. But I don't mind it. It's fine.
Well, that's quite depressing, Ash.
Life
Good time.
usually is. That's why I try to be happy.
So as you guys are talking and doing your thing, you hear quickened knocking at your door.
All right. I give you,
Hello?
you can just hold this juice, and I'm sure it'll be like a little slurry after like a few more minutes of you holding it.
So a little slushy.
Come in. Hemi's gonna call
Alright.
out.
And they come in, door whips open, and you see it is the dean himself.
Oh, dude.
Dean Winsworth pops open the door. And is the Borealis still out? You still have it out?
I would have tried to tuck it away, I suppose, but I don't know how much that would have helped.
I'd say that the only time you can really get the cold to extinguish its kind of like flaring is putting it in like the bag of holding.
The now bag of clothing.
You guys
Yeah,
have
I don't
one,
know
right?
if I would have done that.
Rami.
I would have just
What
tried to
about-
like tuck it in my clothing.
Sure, you kind of have like a billowing, like suppressed kind of wind coming out of you, but it's a little bit shorter. It's still coming out. The cloak you might be wearing is kind of billowing out.
Yeah.
But-
Good morning, Dean.
Dean kind of like hurriedly comes in and closes the door. He's, You're back. So, did your journeys fare well? And he kind of sees the building. He's like, Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
Our journey fared well. We found the magical item that no one seemed to know existed. We found it. Guess what? It exists.
It surely does. Oh, this is... I don't know what to say about this. This is just quite the discovery.
I mean, we'll be making our way over to probably fight the aspect of fire, and you say you're gonna join us. I mean, you're more than welcome. I mean, it's not mine, but I don't know if I could go. Would mind if you study it while we walk? If you are gonna join us, of course.
Actually, Dean, do you have a quicker way to the other heart?
Yes. If
Let's not
Mhm.
walk, shall we? Let's avoid the walking.
I'm
Yes,
sure we
yes, if
can
we
go
need
to the
to.
top and fall and just fly over.
Let's
Well,
avoid
we
that
can-
too.
We can go to the top, but no need for falling. It's not what all folk enjoy much. Come, please. He has so much to do. Such little time. Come, let's go. So he's gonna open the door, rush out.
I take my selection
Himmy
from
will
Africa
follow.
and start
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
Take a little
Be like,
spoon.
here you go. I'm gonna like hop along.
Like,
Yeah,
go to
he's-
take a drink of my coffee, and then nothing comes out, and I just. Well, this is depressing.
It's cold brew, darling.
Very cold brew.
So we're all walking up, and the dean's kind of looking aside to side. He looks to the guards that were outside the doorway, and he says, "I'm going to be gone for a little while. Tell everyone they can do what they can do here until I'm back. Be safe, be good, be merry. I will return shortly." And he's gonna lead you guys upwards. You guys are gonna go all the way up into the. You're pretty high up in the dormitories as it is. It's gonna take you to the higher loft area. Get onto that giant platform. Take out his amulet. Raise you guys up to the top part of it. As you go up, you see that you're getting higher and higher. You haven't been this high before in this.
Himmy's
And
just
this
gonna
is-
kind of like get a little lower, like ready to like crouch down to the floor, all spread out, like just the higher we get.
Yeah. It's height that's rivaling the Alderheart, but it's a much less. It's pretty thin compared to the Alderheart. So as you go up, you just see this straight down. Compared to the Alderheart, it's covered by a lot of the brush and the leaves and the branches that spring out. You only really get that feeling when you stand right at the edge underneath where the branches come. But as you make your way up, it says, "What's better time as any? Do not be startled when we get to the top." And you guys make it to the top. As you get there, there's like a semi-translucent, like glassish dome at the top, kind of like protects from the wind and the elements and everything. And as you walk out, your vision gets obscured from like the semi-translucentness of it to the openness, and you see out at the upper area is a mostly plain upper platform, you could say. Not much there, except a very gigantic bird-like creature that to some of you might recognize as a rock. Others might have never seen it before. As it is laying in the corner, kind of sleeping. You see the feathers bristle up. No. Zadine comes up. He walks up to the rock. Just to pet it. Says, "Good morning, Dimitri. Good morning." As he pets the rock a little bit, as it kind of flutters itself around. Kind of turns to nudge the dean a little bit. He goes, "So, how are you all with heights again?"
Jerry's just gonna look at him and be like, You don't have like a teleport spell. Are you
Currently.
wanting us to ride Dimitri here to the other
Oh.
heart?
"Oh, please don't be scared of Dimitri. He's such a well-trained."
So much scared of Dimitri as I am the ground miles and miles beneath him.
"You'll be fine. No one has ever fallen off of Dimitri." Not
Has
Okay,
anyone-
so
not
we
for
can be
so
the
many
first.
years.
Has anyone ever ridden Dimitri, or is this going to be a brand new experience?
Oh, I ride Dimitri all the time.
Okay.
He's been a dear friend of mine for many, many years.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, what do you say? You wanted to get to the Elder Heart quickly, didn't you?
Maybe he's gonna
Let's go.
climb up onto Dimitri's back and just kind of grip whatever she can and just like kind of put her face down. She's like, I am ready.
Can I find a good place near the wings, and while holding on, just kind of start to analytically just kind of take in how it all works, and maybe how I can, I don't know, make something later on.
Mhm.
Study it.
Yeah, I guess if you want to pay attention to it, you can study the wings of the creature. Although, you could probably make the connection between a lot of other winged creatures and this winged creature, as in even the the contrast from the bird folk to other wildlife that fly through the forest to
Right.
this large, beautiful creature.
Remy, you are absolutely not allowed to get any ideas from this. She's just gonna call from her like crouch hiding like grip.
Mm. I like to go over to it and see if it speaks John Eagle or John Owl.
Huh.
You just specifically know giant eagle and giant owl.
Yep, and giant elk.
Giant elk. All right then.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, what do you say to it?
Hi there. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for taking us over there. I'm sorry if it's just a burden. I know we've been eating pretty well and haven't really been burning as many calories as we usually do. As I look at everybody having the little snacks. And me having my slurry.
Yeah, it's gonna turn to you and kind of just kind of look to you and kind of like do the and just kind of like nudge you along and like
It speaks a different dialect, y'all. I can't really understand them too much as I walk back and get up near the neck.
all right, everyone's on board.
I guess.
Yes.
Hi.
Cool. When Akiko gets on, the rock kind of like shifts a little bit because of the outburst of the cold air. It comes up and it just kind of like you know when you put like a block of ice down someone's shirt in the summer, it's kind of like the rock's kind of just like, and then it kind of just acclimates to it and it's flown through the air pretty high. It knows what the cold is like, just wasn't really ready for it, but it kind of shakes and shivers, and you all got to like hold on a little bit as it trembles a little bit. But you all get onto it and you get settled and ready, and the dean is just petting Dimitri well. And it's all right. You all ready?
Yes.
Never been readier.
No.
Let's get this over with.
Good. All right, Dimitri. To the Elder Heart, just like before.
Gently, Dimitri.
And he kind of like takes off as he's flying through the air. The wind is very roughly just slapping into you as you're trying to hold on as tightly as you can, as these These rock feathers, as giant as they are, they're not something you can just kind of pull out. So they make very good handles as you hold on, as the wind is rushing through you, and your hair and bristles and whiskers are all being pushed inside as you've got to like get really low to be able to stay within like the rock's aerodynamicy.
I am just white knuckled death gripping this thing with my head down, not looking.
I'm just like, woo!
I'm
As you guys-
just imagining like a jump cut between. So, how are you all with heights? And
That's
then,
right.
and then like a scene of him going. Ah!
And as all of your panics go, the dean sits at the front, near Ash, as Ash got near next to the neck. And Ash, you kind of find yourself needing to also kind of buckle down and hold on, and be careful because you don't want to lean the wrong way and have your spine stab into the rock. So you're really trying to be careful to balance your tiny little hedge body as you're holding on. The dean seems to be just sitting straight up, not holding on to anything, just sitting, relaxing, enjoying the
Acting
view
all
as he
cool.
looks over and he sees the magical fey-like forest beneath him as they leave the area here. You find you are fast. This is moving like you haven't done before. You're gonna be at the Outer Heart maybe an hour or two as the rock speeds its way through the air. So you guys enjoy your journey up above the rock. You see the Outer Heart. You see the Outer Heart from pretty far away. And as it gets bigger and bigger and closer to view, your heart pounds a little bit less, and you are very much relieved to be able to see that the rock is soon to be landing. As he does a little bit of a circle around when he reaches the Outer Heart to go towards the north side of the tree to reach his landing in the higher areas in one of the branches near the council plaza. Rock comes in, he's floating out.
As soon as this thing lands, he's getting off.
Getting slower and slower as he kind of like, and he lands on the branch, and the branch itself bounces up and down as what a very large 1,000-year-old wood branch would as it lands, as he kind of walks you towards the center for the Outer Heart. Puts down his wing and he leads you as a ramp to walk off onto the Outer Heart.
Yeah, he's just gonna try and like very lowly, not walk, but like very crouch, like slide, scooch her way down the wing.
Well, that
Dean
was
makes
fun,
his
hey?
way off. He says, always such a joyous adventure.
So much fun, very invigorating.
Right. As you guys lead off, Dean's going to say, Dimitri, go on and do a little adventuring and stuff. It's not every day you get to be out and about, but I will see you back at the perch when we're all done with this. And she just... And Dimitri starts to fly off in a different direction than where the avian is.
Huh. Then Gabe, can you understand? My apologies there. I think I swallowed a mosquito or a fly there while we were flying. Then Gabe, can you understand him?
It's a little bit difficult sometimes, but when you know someone for many, many years, you kind of just have kind of like a spoken, unspoken language. I try not to think about it too much. He just kind of understands me. I just kind of understand him. It's an interesting way that we speak, but...
All right, then. I was wondering because I think myself somewhat of a polyglot, and I couldn't really understand them too well. I was wondering maybe
Oh,
you knew.
oh, okay. Maybe
That's
one
just
day.
a little thing I learned while while walking. I figure out I have very much a talent for languages.
Of course. Well, maybe one day you'll figure out how to talk to him, but we have more pressing matters to take care of here.
Yeah, we got to live through this first, right? Let's go.
Gotta try our best.
Yes, to the
Where's the
council.
alchemist?
Let's go talk to them. It should be a very productive conversation.
All right.
I
So-
agree. Yes.
Sure.
Of course you do. Of course you do, sweetie.
Yeah, throwing as that Akiko got the staff. Since he's a noble, he really should be holding such a storied weapon. Makes for a better story, no?
So you guys walk your way. You're making your way through like the branches area, and you're getting into the official like council plaza area. And as you make your way over, you see that there's a little bit of a commotion going on over near the gals. As you guys walk over and you see Benna, a few of the birdfolk militia, and a small strig kind of wrestling each other, pushing against, as you hear everyone yelling, just calm down, and kind of like the little strig throwing some of the bird folk off of him, and he's just yelling, that's my friend you've got in there. And he's pushing against, and Ben is kind of just like grappling against him. He's like, just calm down. We can talk about this. They're all pushing against each other, and you can recognize the strig is Riffin, as he's wrestling with Benna, trying to make his way into the
His
gals.
friend that he's got in there.
I'll run over.
That's right. Yes. Riffin.
Just pushing against. He's not listening. They're all like
Run
in
over.
a grappling match.
I'd like to smack him in the head, hopefully.
Damage wise, or kind of like getting attention wise?
Getting attention wise.
All right, sure. You go to like whack him in the back of the head, and Riffin he feels this, and he kind of gives like a back kick to you. So make a dexterity saving throw.
Hercules. 17.
Yeah, sure. You kind of like spin out of the way, and you're like, oh shit! The hoof comes out. The talons come out, and they just kind of like push against, and you just dodge off, and not really phased by it. Kind of pushing against Benna, and just pushing against him, and pushing back a little bit.
I like to levitate him if possible. Just to get him away from Benna.
To
Roll me a con
levitate him?
save. Uh-huh.
Sure. A 2 would fail.
So he goes up a little bit off the ground, off Benna, and I'll get up. Riffin, you're doing yourself no favor. We're doing that. You know, you can just talk to people.
As like Riffin is like now just floating a little bit in the air off of like away from Benna. As you know, Riffin kind of comes up and kind of like they lose grip, and Benna kind of like stumbles forward a little bit. She's pretty tall compared to him, so she was kind of crouched down a little, pushing against him, and she kind of like stumbles, picks herself up. And she sees you guys. She's like, oh, you guys can take care of this. As Riffin's like, what is going on here?
What?
Kind of.
What
We need a
is
cool-
this, Benna? What is this that we are taking care of?
Benna's like, well, you're just processing paperwork and everything, and he just barged his way in, saying to let his friend go. Griffin sits there and he's like, "That's right. You have my friend in there. You're gonna let him out. He's done nothing wrong." So he's kind of like swinging in the air a little bit.
I'll bring him down closer to me, and he can hit me if he wants, but I'll try to whisper to him. Griffin, he murdered everybody in Ashborough.
Yeah, he's gonna hear that, and he's gonna like push you and try and hit you, and if you wanna take the brunt of it as he's.
I'll take whatever.
All right, sure, yeah. You're gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, and I'll
He
start bringing
smacks you
him.
across the face with one.
All right, Bella, do you have a little office you can talk to? Talking away from everybody here. Is this his friend?
Yes. If you can bring him in, we can bring him in. We gotta hold him here.
I levitate him. It's can only move like 20 feet in either direction, so little by little, I move him over.
Yeah, as you're kind of walking, it's like
Slowly.
you're like walking and like moving him as you're walking. You're
It's like
way
a
up
kite.
there. Kind of like a
My
kite, yeah,
boy's gone
or
time
like
now.
a front holding kite.
I mean, 20 feet every 6 seconds. That's pretty legit. Just like, come now.
Mm.
Yeah. So you kind of like walk your way, and he's kind of like he was struggling a little bit. Now he's just kind of like holding himself tense, kind of just a little bit upset as you kind of float him in there, and they kind of sit him down, and now the guards are able to like hold him against the wall and stop him from going super crazy. And now Darian walks over, says, so much commotion so early in the day. What are you doing over here, Griffin? What's with all of this?" Been a little bit sweaty, a little tired. Like, "Take care of this, Darian. I gotta go do my paperwork." And she kind of gives a little pat on your shoulder, like, "Thank you."
We mind, Darius? Remind if we talked to him? I mean, we were there. We are the ones that uncovered his friend's crimes. He might understand us a little bit more, knowing it came from us.
Sure. As this goes on, the dean says, "Might be good timing. I must speak to your friend over there. We have much to talk about." As he kind of shows the avium badge to Darian, he's like, "Of course. I can trust you to take care of this individual."
Now you can. Never seen somebody I can make a friend before.
Right. "I'll see it to you," as the dean says.
Mhm.
"Thank you, gentlemen. I will be hopefully back shortly. We'll see." They walk off, go around the desk and back to the back area. So now Griffin's kind of sitting there, a little pouty, he's tiny little string. Kind of surprised how strong he was to kind of knock off a few guards and hold Benna in a grappling match.
Mm-hmm.
But still a tiny little string, little pouty boy.
Himmy's gonna just approach him and look at him and be like, "Griffin, dear, understand it is hard
magnanimous
to
dispensation.
not believe things about your friends that you know that are maybe negative, but Oswald is being manipulated by something and received delusions of grandeur, visions, opened some portal and let loose the fires, causing all of this destruction, all of this." And she's just gonna kind of gesture in the direction of the Scorched Grove. "Is his doing."
What?
Just
If it's
from
not-
his own hubris.
If it's not really his fault, why is he here?
But
Griffin,
it is because visions or no, he went like an idiot and went and opened the portal without talking to anyone.
I mean, I wouldn't say he was an idiot, Hemi.
Vision,
per-
hubris.
I mean, this
Yes.
person knew that he would be the most likely there. I mean, you've adventured with him, right? You've been friends for a while. You know that. I'm sure you know about the Ravenheart, um,
Eben.
Ebenheart,
Ebonheart.
Ebenheart, the Ebenheart prophecy that somebody is gonna be a hero, and how Oswald thought it might have been him. We finally saw this vision as the prophecy coming true, and obviously this person that was controlling him knew that even though Oswald never wanted to be, he would try to do his duty. He came in seeing that the circle broke just as he went in. I was holding the aspect of fire. So even though he didn't mean to, sadly, he was the one who did this.
This is why I was looking for Oddwald. He always gets himself into trouble.
In this case, he got a lot of other people in trouble too. And by trouble, I mean dead.
Started a war. He caused mess at the Avium. Attacked us multiple times.
Yes, but he attacked us when we are trying to help. These are not the actions of someone who is a good person.
I'm sure he had his reasons. He wouldn't do that if it wasn't for good reasons.
He's gonna history check to think back to his reasons, which was kind of like, I don't know, I just did. She's gonna look at Riffin and just be like, know that he had his reasons, other than he had this idea in his mind that he was meant to save the forest, despite all the evidence to the contrary.
I thought it
Just-
was that he felt that we were going to impede on his research, no, and that nobody else could do what he does. I mean, he was wrong, of
Again,
course.
like his own, you know, this is the argument I am making.
Just
Well-
out of character, wasn't it that we think he was somehow manipulated into
Yeah,
undoing
he
the
got-
seal instead of strengthening it?
He got visions of like himself opening the seal or something like that, and like him saving the forest and this whole prophecy, blah blah blah. So basically, he's like, I am the chosen one, wanders over to the portal, opens it up, unleashes hell on the forest, and then tries to murder the people that come to help put it back together.
Yeah. It's the mix of the whole like pressure from the family that and Ebonheart's supposed to save the wood,
Yeah.
and then the vision came to tell him what to do, and it's just like, this is my calling, and then it was wrong. So
A low wisdom score.
And
then
my
you kill everybody who comes to visit you.
Yep, pretending to
And
be a
that's what I do.
librarian, locking up the
And
actual
his-
librarian.
yeah, his paranoid schizophrenia gets the best of him, and he goes really crazy and doesn't know what to do and pushes everyone else away from him, and he tries to solve it himself because everyone's gonna frame him as a murderer, which they did. So he tried to work on it himself.
Because he
to
was
fix the
acting like a
issue.
murderer. So
Takes one to know one.
it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit. Everyone's gonna think I'm a murderer. I better kill these guys.
Right.
But he did think that he was the only one that could do this, so if he take us out and we're interrupting, in his mind, we probably will be the reason his plan fails.
That is
But,
true.
Well, we would just be acceptable losses in order to end the fire, and that way he's no different from us, no? I also do believe that, I mean, I've learned in my illusion and enchantment classes that sometimes you don't need magic in order to make people do what you do, what you want them to do. As it is, I really think that the only thing that that person did to Alwell was say give him the vision. I don't think he was magically suggested to doing anything. Just his personality drove him to do so.
Yes, someone clearly
Yeah.
manipulated him and took advantage of his own arrogance and, naivete.
As
You know
that
him, right?
happens,
Is it really so hard to think that that he would do this, thinking he could do the best, that he would be the only one able to do and save the wood?
as you're kind of talking about that, the dean, you hear the voice of the dean come walking in. He says, "He's right, you know. Sometimes the best spells of illusion are the ones that are used with persuasion. Magic doesn't need to be used for someone to be corrupted." Walks in, and two guards are kind of leading Oddwald, and Darian is walking down the hall with them. He says, "All right, I believe we have a plan of action. Akiko, was it?"
Yes.
As he kind of points you out, Griffin sees Oddwald out there, and his little like feathered helm kind of like perks up, and he looks to him, and he's a little more jovial than the pouty boy he was before, as he sees that Oddwald is out. Okay. He goes, "All right, Akiko, I'm going to need you with the artifact." As they walk by, we have much work to do and much planning to do if we're going to want to fix what happened here.
Himmy's just gonna pop up. I'm sorry, are we letting Oddwald come to the forest with us? We're just
Well-
letting him out. He's gonna come join the fight and hopefully not mess anything else up. Open more portals. Allow more aspects of fire through.
That's what I'm here for.
We're just letting
And
this bumbling fool come along with us.
again, that's what I'm here for. And prior to contrary belief, this individual is still one of the most powerful spellcasters that Humblewood has ever seen.
Himmy's gonna look around at her group and be like, "Is he?"
Yes.
I mean, he casted a lot of high level spells. It's just that he sadly thought he could dominate me.
Can't dominate daddy.
All right, who is
Um,
his babysitter? Because I'm holding them responsible for any jackassery he does while we're out
Don't
there.
worry. He will be under my watch, my lock and key while we take this. I need his research. I need his mind. We need to find out how to use the Borealis as the key to taking care of this monster.
Very well, but you watch him. If he looks like he's about to open any portals or take things into his own hands because he knows better than all of us, you just put a stop right to it.
Of course.
Why don't we all just keep an eye on him? We all have two eyes. We can spare one over to him.
And who knows when he's going to get visions saying you'll need to kill the rest of your party right now. Act before they can do anything.
I mean, Oswald, you know not to listen to the visions anymore, right? I look to him.
Now that he's being referred to, he will kind of like look around the shoulder of one of the guards that are holding him, and he'll go, "Of course, my days of listening to visions are over. Hasn't been good since then. Won't be good in the future."
Just listen to me, dear. That's all you gotta do. I'm not casting suggestions.
You're not, or you are?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Because that sounded like a phrase I'd say when I'm casting a spell.
Yeah. And the dean will just
Lord.
kind of be like, "Look, it's fine. If anything goes wrong, he can't get away." we'll have enough around. Akiko, I trust that you'll also be a good resource for us as we study all of this. And I
I'll
would
do what I
assume
can.
the rest of you can prepare for however you can, or whatever ways that you can prepare. I think we will need to be ready for this upcoming excursion.
Has the Birthfolk Council been notified, or should we go do that as well?
I sent word. We will. I don't think it's necessary. Once we have gathered and formulated our plan, and everything gets put together, we should be able to notify the council and move from there.
All right. Well, if you'd like my assistance as well in doing research, whatever, I'm pretty good with magic and books. If you like.
We lost him.
Well,
There's a
he
little bit of
cut
magical
out for a little bit.
interference.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah.
Crap, what did I say?
Pretty sure
I
you were
said-
talking about how you're
Yeah,
proficient
if,
in
if if
magic
you
and
need
stuff.
any help with your research, just let me know.
If need be,
It's
I'll
like-
call upon you.
It's a glitch away.
Gonna-
Somebody might have got him for malfunctioning there, Remy. You okay?
I didn't have my coffee, so this is what happens, guys.
I guess you're not you without coffee.
I truly am not. The sooner we put the Borealis behind
we-
us, the better.
Do we have? Is it just? I assume that we are out of
Uh-oh.
character for a minute. We're going out to fight this thing, right? Or now that we have the
Yes.
Borealis? Okay.
Yeah, so
Hey,
now they're
Miss-
coming up. They're coming up with the plan.
Yeah, Himmy's gonna
Like,
look
it's
around
'cause-
like, do we have more, any of the Alderheart Guard or the Tenders or anyone that's able to kind of join forces with
Griffin,
us?
you're gonna join us, right?
Well, of course, I gotta clean up from my friend's mess, don't I?
You don't
Yes.
have to do all that. He's just your friend.
Even if he did cause this, he did save my life.
Yeah, and what he said doesn't erase that. But
Yeah. I'm sure that makes up for the hundreds other dead. But, it's fine. Let's go. Do we need any maybe magical people with adorable pets to join our cause that have pure souls?
I mean, Hemi, just because he's a mass murderer and almost genocider, if you use the word somewhat differently, doesn't mean that his good deeds certainly are meaningless to the people that were affected by him.
Yes, they're meaningless to those very specific. They're meaningful to those very specific people, but they don't, one shit wipes out 10 attaboys,
I guess. I mean, his
Exactly.
crime shouldn't mean any. We don't know him. I mean, if you were suddenly doing something wrong, I would hope that everybody else here would remember the good thing you did, think the best of you, and fought for you. I'll do it.
Himmy's gonna just think about how she could honestly not care less about any of that or anyone's opinion, and she's gonna be like, do we want Susan to come with us and help defeat the magics, since she's such a pure and beautiful soul, and also her magic could be very useful if we're gathering forces.
I mean, the last time she used magic, didn't she summon a demon? I'm not sure if we need
But
that really.
maybe it could be on our side.
This time?
Okay, okay.
How about this?
Oh.
Himi, you want to make a insight check?
Yeah.
So, do we think the Tinders will want to contribute to the cause?
14.
Havel?
From what you remember and kind of what you gauged about it, Susan's not much of a combatant.
Okay.
She's more of a. She settled down early in their adventures for a reason.
Alright. I would hate to risk her life anyways. I just wanted some of that magic to help.
You
That's
can
what
take
we
some of the
think, at
magic in a
least.
bottle.
Mechanically, she's like a second level spellcaster, and you guys are already third, pushing fourth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Alright,
Actually,
well,
she's a
let's
first level spellcaster, if I remember
let's
correctly.
gather what forces we can and head out there. Do we know where we go? Do we just show up in the forest, wave about the Borealis, and then hopefully it's like, hey, come over here, big fire demon?
I mean, I feel like we just look over, move over around, and see which one where we can feel like the greatest amount of heat. Like, oh, over here I feel like I'm dying, but over here I feel nice and toasty.
It's
Let's
just
go
a
over there.
giant game of like hot or cold. Okay.
But will we be able to feel
Warmer.
the hot spots with
Warmer.
the Borealis in our possession?
You mean
That's
like
the question.
hot spots or hot spots?
Mountain lion.
Well, I don't know what the difference is.
Quite indeed, yes.
Shall we?
Yeah, I don't know if would the Borealis react. I guess we don't know.
Can't know until we get there, I guess.
I think it will be. If the last time was any indication, it might come to find us.
You know what, hey guys? I really think that the council really needs some like humble folk or some more spellcasters, because Gabe came over here and he's like, he already had a plan in like the first 2 minutes. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Agree that the council is useful or useless. Like they need someone on there that can actually make decisions that are smart and good. We should just replace them all with Benna and the dean and just put them on.
Susan.
But we'll handle that. We'll handle the uprising and usurpment after the fire aspect.
All right, let's make our way then.
All right, so you guys leave the Gowl, and as the dean leaves with Darian, 2 guards, Riffin, and Oddwald, says to you all, like, if I need any of you during these studies, I will send summons for you, and we will continue this as we go.
But
But
he's
for now,
taking all the
prepare
help to
yourselves.
go and research.
Well, he's taken the guards to
The guard.
kind of guard, and then him and Oddwald are gonna he's gonna take
Okay.
everything that Oddwald learned, and they're gonna put it all together. Because the dean wasn't sitting around idly when
Yeah.
you guys left the avian.
Okay. So
So
we're
he's
heading
gonna
out to
counsel.
the Scorched Grove,
Unlike
and like
the council.
what we just ring a bell when we need them, or
I think they'll ring a bell when they need us. They'll get back to us.
okay.
No, so you guys can prepare yourself. Any last minute things you need to do throughout the day.
Does
anything you wanna
Eliza
get?
have a wand of supreme ice bolt or something?
Wanda Blizzard.
Yeah,
Supreme
just-
ice bullet.
Just something really cold and icy. I
Do
would
you have the
probably
money?
stop by Susan and say goodbye. Tell her that what we're gonna go do, and then try and pick up as many more potions of fire resistance from her as I could. Because right now I only have 5 left. Oh, I guess we're fine. I would probably still want more.
Time to petition the council for more resources.
Mhm.
Well, she
Give
said she
me
was
money.
gonna get a runner to get more stuff to make potions. That it just takes time between purchases to refill her stock.
Yeah. So you want to go to Susan?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So make your way to Susan. Go through a tent. She is busy mixing and making and bubbly boobly boobly do, and she's very involved. She's, back towards you and just grabbing shit, throwing it in, baby guacking it up in the mortar pestle and throwing it in, and
Throws in the more normal.
tosses Normal in and resummons him. But Normal's there handing ingredients with them as she points them out and says it and doing her stuff. So
Susan, my dear, you look so busy.
oh my, hello, Himmy. It's good to see you
Oh,
again.
my dear, and hello, Normal.
Thank you.
My dear, we have found the mythic icicle object that no one believed in or knew existed, and we are going off to try and defeat the giant fire beast. And I was wondering, do you have any more potions of fire resistance or anything else that might be useful?
Perfect. I just made 3 more of these potions so that you are able to take them for the. You know what? You can just pay me back later. Don't worry.
Oh, no, of course. I pay you now, Susan.
Okay. Whatever.
We are
whatever
friends,
works best with you.
After all.
And,
What were those, 50 apiece or something?
I think she gave them to you for they're like 250, I think, for normal, and then she gave them to you for 175 each, or 125. She gave it to you for half.
125 each. Okay.
Yeah. So
Gold.
yeah, and then she will say. She will also have 2 potions of greater healing that she'll also sell for good half price.
What is the
And
price
we'll
on
just
those?
say they'll also be 125 gold for that. She'll give you the good old discount for it.
Greater
In
healing.
Reaction, I think it's 500 gold for it, but she's giving you the good price.
She's such a sweetheart. Thank you so much, Susan. I hope after all of this we are able to see each other again.
Oh, well, why wouldn't we?
Well, fire burns. I'm going to go out in it, so. But hopefully I make it back and we can maybe have some tea after this. And then we have to talk about usurping the council, but that's for another time.
Well, that's some crazy talk right there, but we could talk.
Okay. I will talk to you later, Susan. You take care.
Just, hey, be safe out there, all right?
I will try. It's she's gonna gesture down her robes and say, it's why I wear red, to hide the blood. I'll be fine.
Of course. All right. So.
All right, I'm
else?
gonna bid her adieu, and I'm gonna head back and wait for the others until it's time to head out.
I was
All right, others.
I wanted to visit. I was trying to find her name, and I cannot for the life of me find it in my notes.
Who, Eliza?
Eliza, yes.
Okay.
I'd like to visit IKEA.
Oof.
Do you know that's where the Borealis was made?
In IKEA.
Yeah. hundreds
Oh,
of
so
years
it
ago.
came in pieces and I had to put it together. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
While I was attuning to it, I'm just like,
You know, you're taking like part 1A and connecting it to 3B and
with a little hex key.
yeah, the little tools that comes with it. It's a little rusty. It's been in the Oakard for 100,000 years, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. So you go see Eliza.
Good evening, or what time is it actually?
Midday.
Midday. Good afternoon, Eliza. How are you?
Ah, the little one. How's it going?
Oh, pretty well. You know, we've had a bit of an adventure. Just wanted to check in and see how you were doing, and see if you've happened to come across any new items.
Well, you're just in luck. I have something for you all that I was given a little tip that I needed to work with. So me and Fang did a little working together. And we have something for you.
Oh yes.
Behold, it is the failed experiment wand.
The failed
Just
experiment.
kidding. This is trash. You guys don't want it. I have, and
She throws it away. I go and oh, catch
Yeah,
it.
you dive
My
for it.
precious.
it was actually quite interesting.
It is very interesting. But I was given a tip that you guys might need something a little more on the nose. So, and then she kind of opens it and just you see another
Clown nose.
clown nose. Well, a wand of it's like the wand of scowls. It's like the wand of infinite clown nose.
What a
Charisma
clownery.
save, and if they fail the charisma save, they have a clown nose for a minute.
That is quite on the nose, yes.
You see a new wand. She opens a little makeshift box that they made with the wand, and it has a bluish, whitish tint to it.
Ooh.
She says, I heard something like this would be useful for fighting fires. So,
Beautiful,
I'm willing to
Eliza.
give this away for a small down payment of around 500 gold in the event that you come back alive to pay it off in the future. As I know my prices have been an issue for the likes of y'all. But
Yeah,
this is
doing public service work. Doesn't
You
pay
know,
very
we should
well.
have never saved her. We should have just robbed all her stuff and left her there.
She didn't have all this stuff before, though.
yeah, you got like regular you got like pots and pans and
Yeah.
and bottles of water and stuff. Yeah, that's what you would have robbed.
See, what we gotta do now is convince her to move somewhere else.
And then rob her.
So she says, a good way to protect my investment is making an investment in y'all. And I'm assuming it's Akiko only in the shop. No one said
Yeah,
anything
I'm not
else.
there.
Yeah, so she's gonna hand you, and this is
Well, thank
effectively a wand of winter.
Wand of Winter.
Nice.
I don't
So-
know this.
You guys, we're gonna have to really protect Akiko in this fight. He's got all the gold stuff.
Well,
Now, just because she gave it to Akiko doesn't mean Akiko has
right.
is gonna be the
Because I
one
already have-
using it.
I'm gonna be dual wielding wands. Be like,
Pew 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 pew. So, for a small donation of 500 gold, kind of do your down payment if you want to make that transaction now, and then
And then it's gonna be 20,000 gold in installments monthly.
that's right. uh, yes. I think that would be wonderful. Thank you, Eliza. I appreciate you working with us on this one. Let's see, 500 gold. Let me get that out of my pocketbook. All right. Very well. And here you go, Eliza. Thank you so much.
Of course. Make sure you make it back now, all right?
Of course, we will try our best. um, I was also curious if you happen to have, oh, what was it? Um, suppose something like
Mm-hmm.
the Boots of Speed, or not Boots of Speed, because that is also rare. I had it, and then I moved away from it to look up the wand.
Control
Yes.
H history.
It sounds like it's on
Was
the
it-
tip of your tongue.
It's quite. It was. It was. Perhaps the boots of the winged boots. Those are the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have any winged boots?
I do believe for another 500 gold I could have such a item.
Very well, very well.
Well, then it's
I
yours.
just so happen to have just enough.
All right.
Thank you, Eliza. I sure hope to see you again shortly.
Well, I sure hope so too. You've got such a swelling of my merchandise that you need to pay off. So
Quite, quite. Speaking of, how much is remaining on that?
yeah, we'll talk about that later. It's a couple thousand.
Very well. Well,
I'm
it'll
sure
be worth
you'll
it
get it.
if we survive, right?
Of course. It's
Talk
always,
about it
it'll
later.
always be
Please
worth it.
sign here.
Please sign here.
It's all right. Because then she'll just talk to Susan, the real big bad evil guy, to claim your souls once
There we
you all
go.
don't pay your debts. So, you have your Wand of Winter and your your winged boots. And you make your way out.
And I'll head back to the meeting group, or the meeting,
The party.
wherever we decided to reconvene.
Yeah, you guys kind of have like the sixth sense of finding each other in the Elder Heart. So you find each other in the Elder Heart, wherever you'd like to meet up at.
Is it okay if I say that I took the time to just take a long rest again?
Yeah, sure. Take another long rest, especially with your exhaustion. You could probably end up sleeping all day if you really wanted to.
Okay. So
So you don't
take
accomplish
two?
anything here.
Right, but can I take 2 long rests?
Later in the night, yeah.
Did you not
but
find someone that could restore you at the avium?
I'm not gonna pay money for that.
Find a student.
So,
They'll do
at
it.
towards the end of your long rest, you do get a summons to come see the dean, though.
Oh, I just sleep more.
Glitching out again, but we got you.
We're only gonna get him
Oh,
some
yeah.
coffee, y'all.
So there was a summons for Remy, and there's a summons for Akiko. This is to go back
I suppose
to go see them up in the council plaza. There's a section off to the side that's kind of familiar. When you went to go see a certain tender of wood.
Aye.
And
Remy, would you like to travel up with me?
Sure, sure, of course.
All right. You two make your way back up to there, and you make it back to Havel's estate. You there's a guard outside that lets you in, and and you see that they're all sitting around the table, talking and reading and mulling over scrolls and stuff. Oddwald's still cuffed up, but able to maneuver, handling of scrolls and the like. He said, good. Akiko, the staff. We need to look at the staff a little bit. And Remy, we would like you to be part of our talking of the conjuration circle, as it appears you do have some leftover knowledge from when you were looking it up. I was looking at some of the information about it myself, and Oddwald knows where this circle is, so I would think we should combine what we know about this and speak of what we have here.
Of course. Is it our prerogative to seal away the aspect of fire, or are we going to destroy it outright?
As we've learned in our studies, this creature is essentially immortal. It seems sealing is the only way to take care of this creature.
Well, in our studies, we found that if you are able to lure it away from its lair, then you could kill it.
I believe it is always possible to kill the creature, but
that's what I remember. Like it regenerates if it's in its lair, right?
I don't know.
It is possible to kill the creature, but an elemental this size, it'll always come back, no matter how much of it you kill. It's
okay.
We basically have to reseal it.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Unfortunately, we still do not know how or the whereabouts of the aspect of ice. It's currently, this is an anomaly to us. There is no actual information of what happened to it, only the lost texts that said how they recovered a shard to create the Borealis. If there was a way to destroy it, it's lost with the aspect of ice, as it is lost itself. So our only answer now is to attempt to seal it again, but this time using the Borealis as a key to seal it.
All right. And we know the ritual involved in this, or were you kind of makeshifting?
Almost. This is where you come in with the essence of the Borealis and your knowledge of the circle as it is. We all can come together and create the last of this seal to be ready. And thematically, you two can spend the rest of your evening working on this, and then break at the late night for your long rest. And being that you have 4 spellcasters in your wake doing this, no need to roll or anything. I would say at the end of your researching period, you all are able to come up with the correct components, the sigils, the incantations, and the power needed to make this ritual possible.
All right.
Excellent.
Now, at the end of all this, you two may make your way back for your next rest. As Ash, is there anything you'd like to do for this last day as everyone's coming to a close?
I like to go see Josh and say goodbye.
All right. Where do we last leave Josh? He's in the
Probably.
gallows with Benna, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, he started taking up a little bit of work, and such. So yeah, you go up to the gallows and you kind of ask to see where he is, and he's posted out around the council plaza as you find him, and you want to take him to a take him to go talk for a little bit.
Hmm. You might have heard from Benna, but I will be going to go fight the Asper Fire. You know, the thing we saw when we sadly all had to run.
Yeah, I've we've all been getting briefings about it. I'm gonna be out there doing my part too.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that I quite enjoying our time together in case, I don't come back, and that I'm really glad to see you doing some else instead of the banditry.
Well, you seeing what you're capable of, I don't think you gotta worry about any of that stuff. But I guess I'm pretty glad that I was able to kind of walk away from, where I was headed. But it might be dangerous out there, but we're holding up. The Wildwood Brigade is quite the force.
I know, I quite like the uniform.
Yeah, right. It's pretty snazzy. It's nice leather and like bark and a little bit of like the wilderness kind of tied into it. It's real nice, I think.
I mean, yeah, that it is. But, well, yeah, I'm pretty powerful, of course. I might just, it's still a possibility that I might not make it, or that maybe somebody else does a mistake and then we all die due to it.
Come on, Ash. Why you gotta talk like that?
Well, you're always gonna be prepared for people leaving and dying. So I just,
I mean, we all know that it's a possibility, but we don't need to talk about it. We already lost a lot.
well, if you don't want to talk about it, I reserved the room.
Sounds like a plan. I think might be off for the. I got daily duties,
I'm
and
the savior of the other heart. They can't say anything, and so lead him over.
I got daily duties, but it's late evening now, so.
And I sent a little birdie to Benna saying he has his break, and then we'll spend the night.
Sure. Benna's sitting there doing the mounds of paperwork that she didn't get to finish because she was wrestling a strig. Gets a little bird flutter over to her, and it'll kind of. This is like a fey or like kind of like a spectral bird, right?
It's an actual bird.
Actual bird that kind of like says the message.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, bird kind of falls in. She looks at her like, oh, hello there, and starts talking to her about things. She's like, oh, why did I agree to this? Should have burned it all down myself.
Yes.
And I think everyone is ready to conclude the night. Everyone can take their next long rest to get rid of their exhaustion. And Remy, you still have one level because your long rest was interrupted. So
It was?
yeah, with your summons, your long rest is interrupted, needed to be taken. So you have just one level of exhaustion. You're still a little tired, a little bent out of shape, but you're feeling better. And with that, we can all go ahead and take a quick break, take our intermission before we get to the program.
All right, cool. Be right back.
Welcome back, everybody, to our after intermission Humblewood episode. Where last we left off, we were planning how to kill our partmate. We were planning how to finish off the aspect of fire in all of its glory. Our adventurers wake up in the wooden flagon after their long rest, do their morning routines, grabbing their coffee, grabbing their breakfast, getting ready for the hardy adventure as Remy and Akiko informed that they have solved the ritual with the previous broken information that they've had with the location of the conjuration circle and the information gathered from speaking to Akiko about the Borealis. I think as well, Akiko is handing over the Wand of Winter to Himi during this time. Himi, if you'd like to attune to it, you have the time to do so.
All right, I will do so.
As you wake up, you are all given your ready to get your briefing for the final encounter. So, you guys make your way up. You do see that as the previous day, things seemed semi-normal, increased activity of everything and everyone moving around. Now, you do actively see Wildwood Brigade all moving up and down the Elder Hearts, making their way out to the forest, given their posts and making their way out. The Birdfolk Guard, the militia, is going storefront to storefront, informing everyone of what is to come. Some handing out weapons, simple weapons to some of the denizens of the Elder Heart, as people are making their way around to each stall, each storefront, each level of the Elder Heart. They're prepping everyone for what to come. So you make your way up, all this is going on. You see all the important figures making their way into the Council Plaza as the Dean cheeringly greets you all. Good morning. So, you all ready to get this show on the road? Right.
Yes, of course.
I know, I leave so many of my students speechless as well. It usually takes a longer speech, but I'm used to this. So, let us make our way in as the Council Plaza doors open. And you all gather into the area as the usual Darian, Benna, Havel, Oddwald, now Riffin, a bunch of the other militia with some of the higher ranking Wildwood Brigade. And the council, as they sit, and we now all get together as what it says. All right, it is time for us to discuss our plan of action. One of the higher ranking Wildwood Brigade with a Birdfolk Militia Guard come up. They give their statements. As we marched our way through the forest areas with the tenders, we've been able to track the increased activity of the elemental creatures, the so-called ash snakes and much alike are making their way further as the aspect of fire has been slowly spreading his influence and consuming more of the forest. It appears from the information we've gathered from the Dean that the aspect is making its way farther away from the conjuration circles area. As Benno will step in, I believe what we'll need to do is we'll have to lure the aspect to its spot. From what we know, the aspect does not appear to be too intelligent, and it seeks to just consume anything in its path. So, if we put someone in its path, it may just need to have the need to consume.
So we need someone to be the bait.
Indeed we do. So,
I assume it needs to be one of us.
this is where Griffin kind of steps up. I think I would be a decent candidate for this.
Okay,
Looks
who
to-
is going to watch Oddwalt?
I mean,
It's still surrounded by guards. It's not like there's one person. Griffin kind of will take his little string arms and be like, pretty good here. I think I can take a little bit of a beating if push comes to shove.
It would seem that maybe not strength so much as needed is the ability to run fast.
Oh, you don't see?
How is
And he
your running?
He kind of does a little like turns, and on the on his like leg where like I guess a Strig's ankle would be is like
Giant calves.
yoked as fuck calves. No, he has a like circlet, like a silver band around one of his legs. And upon further investigation, it is definitely a magical piece.
Okay, so that will make you run fast?
I can run pretty quick, yeah.
Okay.
Almost as
So,
if
out
you've
of
been
character,
prepared for this moment.
we need to get to the conjuration circle, but we need the aspect not to be there. So he's gonna run. He's gonna kite the aspect while we get to the conjuration circle. Is that what we're saying?
basically, yeah. So we're gonna run it back a little bit. With your guys' knowledge, the way that you guys are able to apprehend the aspect is by basically freezing it. So you need to do a good amount of like cold damage to it once it gets to the area.
But we also have to seal it, though, right?
Yeah,
And that's what the circle's for.
So what you guys kind of gather is that the aspect, when enough cold damage is taken, and when it's taken down to 0 hit points, this is all like
Mechanically
game speak,
speaking, yeah.
mechanically speaking, but this is kind of like all of the stuff that you guys been learning over the time. That when it drops down to 0, and it's taken enough cold damage, it freezes in place
Okay.
for quite a bit of time, for what they submise an hour. And in that time, that's the window where they do the ritual and
Where we
complete
can
it.
seal it. Okay.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we have to get out to the conjuration circle, and that's what Riffin's going to be doing, is he's going to be kiting it around to let us get there.
You guys will be able to
Right?
get there, and he's gonna lead the aspect there for you all to have your
Okay.
encounter.
Very good. I'm with it now.
Yeah. So as you all are stocked up with the Borealis and all of your cold effects, your mission is to immobilize the creature.
Imby's going to hand out a fire resistance potion to everyone. Drink when we get there.
Oh,
Don't
thank you,
think
Himmy.
I
I brought
need
my
it.
own.
You got your own? Okay, she'll hand one
Yeah.
out to Remy. and
BYOP.
Whoever needs one. Who all needs one?
I'm okay.
All right.
Really? No.
Akiko,
I
do
guess
you
we're all
need
fine.
one? Okay.
I
Well,
I
I
think
will
I'm
keep
alright.
these all myself then.
I think this swirling cold might keep me safe. Safe
One
enough.
hopes.
You might want to give one to Riffin, though, if he's going to be,
Yes.
doing that.
She'll hand one to Riffin. Yeah, mark this down.
There was so much conflicting emotion in that.
Just handing stuff out to whoever wants it. Party members or not.
Griffin will gladly take one.
Okay. All right. She's gonna have one ready to just drink basically the moment we get out to the conjuration circle.
Sure. So you all make your plan and you all get together as kind of, Benna rallies the troops, kind of walks over, gives you all a nice little pat, and wishes you good luck. Havel gonna thank you and try to give as much help as he can as he makes his way out with a couple of the guards and another tender as you leave. You all can get ready to make your way out. Make that be about a half-day journey to get to where they say the circle is.
Yep.
You'll make your way out to the circle with Oddwald, the Dean, Benna, and about 4 Wildwood Brigade. As you make your way out, there are heavily armed forces all around the wood as they're ready to fight back against the spreading of these elemental creatures, as the aspect of fire is consuming everything it touches as it walks and engulfs. And these are things that you've been told that first-hand witnesses are saying as it walks through, it consumes everything it in its path. So make your way through. Any last things you guys want to go over? Now is your chance.
I think I'm good. I'm ready to drink that potion when we get there.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I guess this is it. We've been traveling for a while now, and I don't think I ever would have expected to be facing the Elder Elemental of Fire. But I'm glad to be doing it with you all, and I really, really, really hope we all survive this.
You speak as if we are not going to. But yes, I hope we do too.
Yeah, well, we can all hope.
Be fine. We'll be fine.
No one be a hero. Himmy.
Right, me. Yes. No one be a hero.
If someone says get on a horse, you get on a horse.
I'm not... I was fine with getting on the horse. It was Ash who didn't want to get on the horse.
Oh yeah, because you wanted to be the last one. You want to be the
I was
rear
trying
guard.
to get you all on the horse.
You're trying to be a hero and be the last one to go
Yes.
in.
How about if someone tries to be a hero, we don't stand there and argue with them while we're all trying to get away.
Yeah, just don't be a hero, anybody, except for me.
I wouldn't see it as hero as just trying to get everyone out.
Well,
Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think there's a medal that people get in the military for rearguard and for being a hero, making sure everybody leaves.
Good thing
No.
we don't have any military here. I will be getting no medals.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we are together for this final encounter. I know we've all had our differences, but I'm glad we've put them aside for this cause.
Nice.
Is it a we all? Or is it more like you and Hemi?
No, Ash. No need to
Differences
drum up.
between me and Akiko. We get along fine. And she's just gonna wink at Akiko. We are best of friends.
Aw, thanks, Hemi.
All right, y'all. Let's
So you start to make your way.
Let's go die.
Let's.
As you leave Forestland, you're now stepping on less greenery and more rocky, molten, ash-covered area. So you stepped your way on, and you all kind of recognize this clearing that you're in now as it's kind of like an ash-barren clearing in the midst of where this forest lies. As the dean kind of points out and shows, as you two kind of recognize now where you are, Remy and Akiko, that the conjuration circle is very nearby. So the dean will say, Akiko, if you may, right over here, can you bring out the Borealis?
Okay.
Do we have a map? Are we going to have a map?
Yes.
Wait.
So as you bring it out, he's like, yeah, no, we're here, put it here. And as you hold it, there's kind of like a little pulse. And as the air kind of swiftly comes out, you all feel very rigidly cold as the air bursts out at you at your feet, and out from underneath is a broken, incomplete conjuration circle. Runes etched into the earth. Permanent runes that have been partially cracked and broken as
Ooh.
And see.
as you make it out of the tree line to the conjuration circle. The dean looks to you all and says, well, this is where it will all happen. Because everyone says, are you all ready?
I
I've
sure
been
hope
ready
so.
for like the past week, y'all.
Akiko, we'll need you to stay close. Just close enough for you to be able to bring the Borealis when it's ready.
We're over here by the circle.
Very well.
Yeah, you all can gather around the circle as Dean. So the Dean and Oddwald will be there preparing the circle. As he kind of walks over, he grabs the handcuffs on Oddwald and says, "You're ready to play nice, right?" I'm here to see this through. The Dean just kind of and rips the handcuffs off of him as it shatters into like little arcane shards and then forms into his hand as he closes it. Right. Oswald stretching his arms out. He's been handcuffed for a good few days now. It's all right. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Kind of, as he stands above the circle, he's has a little bit of a shake in his hand when he's doing his stretches. This is not a place of comforting remembrance to him.
Timmy's just keeping a close eye on him.
Yeah. So, you all gather and you all get yourselves ready. Ash,
Mm-hmm.
put yourself on the map.
All right.
If you guys just like to roll initiative ahead of time as we gather ourselves together.
Everyone, just come here just for a moment so I can give you a little bit of pep in your step. I'm gonna click the hat and let's see. Everyone gets. There's the D8. Oh, everyone gets 12 temporary hit points.
Nice.
As you all settle yourselves ready, the guard and Benna will all set up a perimeter to make sure none of the extra creatures make their way in. As she prepares to walk her way off, she kind of turns over. Best of luck to you all. We'll have to have a drink. We'll share a drink back at the Alderhearts when this is all over.
That sounds nice.
Hopefully so.
Walks off further into the scorched grove as they get ready to set their perimeter. Her and her former captains.
Right. Suppose now we wait. Maybe not as long as we thought.
Does anyone hear that?
The demonic flaming
Maybe I'm not ready.
voices.
As you all look off into the distance, you can see down the path leading through the gargantuan flame creeping its way through, raising its arm into the air, dropping its molten balls of magma as it's seemingly rushing down this trail. As you believe now is the time to prepare yourselves as best as possible.
Drinking that potion. I'm just throwing that back.
God.
Any other preparations anyone would like to use?
Drinking my potion, clicking my boots, casting the stellar bodies.
Yeah, how much time do we have until it gets to us?
It's getting close. It's about a round away.
All right.
Don't have much time, but you have enough time just to get yourselves ready. Take your potions, cast your spells.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment and look to my good friends Ash and Remy and cast haste.
I'm gonna
Stay
cast
safe, my friends.
spiritual weapon and have him standing right here.
All right.
I'm casting blur on myself. Bzzz.
Sure, I'd like to make sure that you all will remember these, as I will not, because I am big dumb. You see little Riffin breaking the path tree line as it comes out. He's sprinting, looking a little worse for wear, beaten and battered and burnt as he stumbles, tumbles, and rolls out. He looks to you all and he says, "All right, I did my part. The rest is up to you," as he kind of stumbles his way out over towards the direction where Benna is. As now,
Oh, Shillelagh. Sorry.
we shall be ready.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's looking kind of small. There we go. That's more like him.
So, how's the music right now? Do I need to change it?
Oh my goodness.
I think it's good.
Okay, I'm gonna lower it just a little bit because I can't really hear you guys. Just a little bit.
Oh man.
All right, Ash, you are first.
Alright, since I hit that Shillelagh and my thing, I have enough movement speed to walk over here.
For it.
And then I will take 2 attacks using the one that gets kindly given to me by Akiko. 19 for the first one,
All right.
17 for the other one.
All right. So they both hit.
Alright. 13 damage for the first one, 8 damage the second one.
Great. So as you whack, this is your shillelagh with your spine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you use
And
your
I'm-
spine, and you stab into him. You do a pretty good, decent amount of damage. You look like you're really pulling off at it. Every swing you make into it, fire is erupting over onto your lance and clutching to your arm. As when you pull back, it burns you. You take 11 points of damage with each melee attack you made. Fire
Total?
damage. Each.
Oh, alright.
So 11 total because you're fire resistant, right?
Yeah,
10.
so 10 total with your 2 melee attacks.
Alright. And then I will bonus action do 2 more.
2 more attacks?
Yeah, I'll go
Sure.
to see if it has a resistance against 18,
Alright.
dirty 20.
Alright, both of them do hit.
And that will be a 6 for the first one and 4 for the second one.
Alright. Yes, as you do
Add 2 to
wail.
that.
Okay. As you do wail into him, it feels like you are punching just a wall of stone. Even though it's mostly like at the base of it, mostly fire that you're wailing into. It feels like it's just a wall of stone as you link into it, and you just can't pierce like your magical abilities did.
And I will call out, y'all need some magic in order to kill him.
So total your damage was, what's the first 2 attacks you did?
That should have been the first 2 attacks. 8, 3.
So 8,
21.
13. Yeah.
21, okay. Great. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Great. The aspect looks down to you as you just pierced into it a few times. As it releases a gas of ghastly air, as it extinguishes out whatever was in it. And it's going to stomp at you with a expenditure of this swirling flame is going to swell up, lift up into the air, and just try to stomp down onto you. Oof. He looks very slow though, because a 14 probably doesn't hit.
Now it doesn't.
All right. As he misses with the stomp, he's gonna follow up with now a molten fist down towards you.
Roll me a wisdom save for every hit he makes against me.
Is this the stellar bodies?
Aye, aye.
All right, sure. But does a 17 hit?
It doesn't.
17 doesn't hit as he reaches up in the air and goes to swing down as your stellar bodies. 2 wisdom saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm sure they both fail. 8 on both of them.
Ooh. All right, so he gets 9 points of damage plus 14. He takes a total of that.
23.
Yep.
All right. Nice. So he swings at you, and as you kind of dodge and weave and use your shield to bash away its gigantic fist as it comes down to you, the stellar bodies around you, floating around you, react to each hit, and they kind of react and pierce into it as it swings and attacks. It reacts to it's radiant damage, correct?
Yeah.
Reacts to the holy burning might of it as a creature kind of never knew that something could burn it, and it pulls back, and it'll end right on top of you as he has.
And I'll take my shield as this is happening, saying that I'm doing a little damage. I'll kind of get 2 times like, we got this, y'all. I'll look behind my party as it's this tiny little thing against this giant.
Yeah.
As I'm stabbing its
Akiko,
toe.
you're up.
Well, that was inspiring. I'm gonna get. Oh, where do I want to get to? I'm gonna kind of hop. I don't know, there for a moment, and I'll be like, "All right, let's give this a try." And I'm gonna take the wand and
The staff, right? The Borealis?
the staff, yes, and see what it can do. Like, go, Winter. I don't. And it needs to make a DC 18 con save.
All right. Yeah, so that's going to be a 18.
It just makes it.
Just makes it. So he takes
half of that. So
great. So he
19
takes half.
cold damage.
19 cold damage. So, as you kind of wail into him with this cone of cold, correct?
Breath of Winter.
Breath
yeah,
of
it's a
winter.
cone.
It's cone of cold, but breath of winter as you kind of like send the staff forward, and it swirls some ice magic around it as it starts to spray forward into the aspect, and as it hits the aspect, as it is impaled with this, and parts of it kind of attached to it and freeze over it momentarily, as over the next few seconds the cold kind of recedes from him and melts off. But it is another surprising instance of damage as this cold is the only opposing force to him.
Excellent. And then I'm going to just be like, all right, very well. He seems very happy with that. I'm gonna step back here. All right.
It's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Himmy.
It's gonna look down and just reach down within her into the rhythm of the forest, and runes are going to erupt around on the ground around her and her fellow people around this circle, and she is casting Magic Circle. so that this thing cannot come in, and it's gonna be, hold on. Let me pull myself back out since I just leave myself. It's going to be this shape.
Awesome. Okay.
And she's gonna have it include her. She's gonna cast it like right there, so that it includes her and Oswald.
Cool.
And then she is going to send her spiritual weapon forward 20 feet.
All right.
So like what, right there?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I think you can. Oh well,
Let's just put it
diagonal.
right here. This is fine.
Okay.
I'd say,
I wasn't sure how you do diagonal, so.
I'd say like the magical weapon can just kind of move freely across like that, but
Okay.
a person might have a little bit of a different thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll let the spiritual weapon have a bit of movement. Is that the
Okay.
end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Great. So, does this have like a shimmer or color to it?
It's runes, yeah, that shimmer up in the.
Gotcha. So, okay. So as it comes up, it kind of has a resemblance of a bluish opposing nature to this molten elemental,
Yeah.
as it now has no ability to enter that space. Good. All right, Remy, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. Don't worry, I'm coming, Ash. Remy's gonna run down here, and right here he's gonna whip out his wand. Actually, he's gonna come back there. I am hasted, so I mapped all this out.
Mhm.
He's gonna whip out his wand.
Uh-oh.
You cut out.
Oh, am I cutting out? Okay.
Just a touch.
He's gonna shoot a ray of frost at it, and that is a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and it is
Hey,
Hi.
hey.
roll it at disadvantage
What?
because you're
Sure.
within the creature's reach as it is sending its arms through the air. And if you would like, as you're approaching the creature, you can see that its arms reach a very far length as it was able to reach
Okay.
past Ash in order to hit him. So if you would like, you can
Yes, if I would
readjust
know,
where you were. You
if I
can
would know that,
assume-
I would like to readjust.
Yeah, you can assume that if you're about here, you're probably okay.
Good lord, that is a reach.
Yeah.
EG, the thing about close quarter shooting is that it's within 5 feet, not within reach.
5 feet? I always play within reach. That's what I
All
thought
right.
it was.
Either way, I mean, I could have fired it off as I was running towards, so that's okay.
Sure.
So that is still 24 to hit, and it's 20 cold damage.
20 cold damage. All right.
Yes, sir.
Um,
I'm gonna just run right here, within reach, and the hat is gonna pulse once again. And Ash, you get 11 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
D&D Beyond is treating me very nicely. And then I'm going to use my hasted action to disengage and move back here.
sure.
Oh, you know
All
what?
right.
That's stupid. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move right back up.
Okay. So you're ending your turn?
Yes.
All right. As you stand there and you drop your hat down to Ash, you kind of give like a nice little wink over to him. But as you do that, flame swirls around him, and the heat is just now. You gotta close both eyes and kind of like take a second to like shield yourself as you get blasted with proximity heat from this
Yeah.
gigantic molten creature. You take 11 points of proximity damage.
Proximity damage. Oh no. So
Oh.
that's down to 5.
Yes, for the resistance. I forgot to tell Ash that he also got hit more times when he did his extra attacks, but no rehashing. We'll play it as it goes. But yes, so you can so far assume that you take damage from hitting it, and then you can take damage from standing near it. If you would all like to shout that out, as it goes.
We take damage from hitting it and standing near it. Oh my god, I'm on fire. Help!
So, Ash, it is your turn. You're muted.
Do you also take damage from standing near?
I'm not gonna retroact that because you took the damage from. I forgot to add it at the end, so we'll do it next turn depending on what happens.
All right, I'll do 2 attacks.
If you're not dead, you'll take more damage.
13.
You miss.
13.
Oh no.
You hit, weirdly enough. No, you miss.
That's my action, and I'll have my bonus. And my bonus, I'm gonna healing well myself for 9 points of damage.
All right, great. So you heal yourself for 9 points of damage. Do you move at all?
No, Sarah, I'll move around here.
All right, cool. So as you proximity.
Wait, do you do flanking?
Yes. But there is a tree line right there. And
Didn't he burn
it's-
all those trees as he came through?
Not yet. So I'd say that tree line is like gonna be hard to fight through and maneuver through. So I would say you'd have to wait for him to make his way out of it if you want to try and get flanking.
All right.
Yeah. So as you do miss the 2 swings against it, the heat's just kind of like it's making it really hard to actually get close to him, because as you're not it's very hard to miss this thing, but as you take your swing, the swirl of fire is just, the pressure is pushing you away as it comes. You try to do it again and the pressure still just kind of pushes you away as the heat is just emitting like pulses of heat waves at you. As it didn't bother you the first time, it's starting to take its toll on you this time. And as you end your turn here, you do take another 11 points of fire damage. Next up, the aspect. Seeing that it's taking those 2 instances of cold damage, it was a shocking experience. But it was not enough to hold him back as he shook it all off. And he's going to walk his way over to the side over here and consume the greenery of everything there.
Oh shit!
Do we take
And-
attacks?
You guys can take attacks against him as you see that the fire burns brightly as he consumes, and he melts away the ice that was gathered onto him. And
Oh,
he
no.
seems to revitalize himself as he consumes the forest.
Emmy's just gonna yell out, "Get it away from the wood!"
14.
14 does not
Mhm.
connect. Remy?
I don't have a melee weapon, so
Gotcha. Okay, so no directivity. All right. Now that the aspect is slowly revitalizing himself,
no.
Shit!
let's see how many square
Oh,
footage he goes
no.
through. So let's grab a couple of D4s to see how much he heals for.
No!
Oh,
D4, I think you mean a D12, like 20 D12, right?
20 D12.
Oh.
The real question is, how is there still greenery in this area?
We're right on the edge, right?
Quick, Akiko, burn
Yeah.
it down before he does.
Yeah, okay, go get burning! Burn it all down!
So,
Dang
it
it.
looks like he regains a good amount of energy as he swells back
no.
up. And he grabs up in the air as a ball of molten lava enters into his hands, and he drops it down, and it is going to.
At who?
I need
Where does
a
he
dexterity
drink?
saving throw from Remy and Ash.
No.
You
Yeah,
have advantage.
we have advantage. Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because of haste.
Of haste.
All right.
Natural 20, 24.
Yes.
Peace, y'all.
24.
All right.
Hey!
So, you both are ready for this. You see this coming, and you're able to prepare. As the rock comes down to you, you two.
Oh no!
Ooh, it's a good thing you guys were prepared. Because it would have been 36 points of fire damage. As you're able to dodge out of the way, as you're both just caught in the corners, you're able to get away. As it splats into the ground, it erupts, and the aftermath hits you. So half of 36 is 18, half of 18, 9 points of damage to each of you. And as you guys are not in proximity of it again, you do not take a fire damage.
Oh no!
But now it is Akiko's turn.
Well, that was quite the event the event that happened there. As it is, no, as it's over that way now. Well, yeah. I'm going to. What was the other thing that I? No, I'll just take the wand again and be like, all right, or the staff, and be like, all right, that was good. Here we go again. And this time a ray of frost.
All right.
Will not do a dang thing. All right, nice. That's a 10 to hit. I'm assuming that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, doesn't connect. The ray of frost, as you shoot it out, as it's making its way, has a direct line to the creature, and as it gets into its proximity, it just melts before it even reaches him.
Very well. And as that's happening, I will also hop into this fancy smanchy circle. Can I be
All right.
within, just out of a point of, I don't know, character knowledge or whatever, would I be able to be within the circle that they're working with here?
It's you mean the conjuration circle?
Yeah.
Yes.
The magic
just-
circle? Yeah,
Just
yeah.
don't step in the way of the mages working on their stuff.
Right.
And as you do make it in there, the staff does again pulse, and as you make it in, the pulsations kind of go out, and Oddwald and Gabe have to kind of brace themselves against the strong pulse as it sends out like thematically one pulse each.
Of cold
round,
cold gust.
and they're gonna have to make concentration checks.
Okay.
Oddwald makes it, but Dean kind of gets set back a little bit as
Shite.
he's a bit interrupted from this. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, cool. Next up, Hemi.
I'm not looking at Kiko and like, you be careful with that. And then I'm going to cast, I'm gonna pull out the wand that he gave me and I'm gonna shoot it off at, the elemental. 18 to hit with 8 cold
hits.
damage. Now, it says when I reach 5th level, does that refer to my spellcaster level?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
So-
because it didn't specify spellcaster level. It just said when you reach 5th level. So,
Yep.
okay. Okay, so only 1d8, but I maxed damage,
No, it's 2d8. I'm sorry. When you reach 5th character level.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
thought, but I wanted to make
Sorry,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is correct.
Because
the
a
way
lot
it
of
is.
times it refers to your caster level, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I
what's
saw-
written here? What's written here is correct. It's the 2d8.
Okay, well, I somehow
they-
did less with the 2d8 than I did with the 1d8.
Oh no, they were both 2d8s.
What you casted is 2d8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
So-
So it knows what it's doing. It knows I'm level 5.
Yeah. So as both
Good,
of
because I know.
you and Akiko both sling out and shoot your rays, Akiko's ray melts, but the melt and the water that splashes through gives yours the opportunity to shoot through the cooled area as it does impact the creature, as it kind of makes the aspect kind of shake to it as it revitalizes itself.
Okay. I'm also just gonna call out to Remy and be like, Remy, do you need a heal?
No, I'm pretty good. Ask
Okay.
me again later.
Ash, are you
so far, so
okay?
good.
I've never been better.
Okay, out of character, the extension does an update for me, so please yell at Emmy if you need a heal.
I think you'll hear our yells as we're dying. Yelling.
But like yell before that. Before you're
Yell
at death
before you lose
level.
a turn.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
21 to hit and 10
You
force
make it.
damage.
As it wails in, it hits and it disperses and it impacts, and as the spiritual form disperses, part of the aspect's fire also disperses as it hits through and reforms next to it. Good 10 points of the damage. Great. Is that the
That's
end
my
of your
turn, yep.
Remy, you're up. As you're up, the creature's going to take a legendary action.
Oh, so at the end of Luca's turn.
Yes, it is going to send a magma ball over at Himi, Akiko, and the two wizards
Oh no.
as they're attempting to work. I need.
It has to attack with disadvantage, right?
I don't think I didn't see
Attack
anything about
rolls
that in there.
disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within.
But I think it's gonna be a deck save again, not an attack roll.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a dex save. So, please make me a dex saving throw.
I'm just seeing all the dexterity over there, y'all.
Mm,
And I'll make 2 for my wizards. I got cocked.
Can I use my advantage that Cole gave me earlier?
All right.
Oh, that's better. Since
You
I
make
rolled a
it.
3 and now it's an 18. So, thank you, chat.
It apparently does not want to roll for me. Let me just do a. Ugh.
All right.
Oh.
So, as Oddwald's concentration was not broken previously, he was able to dash his way out of the way for a very brief moment, not needing to take all of the front of the damage.
I can
But
go.
as the dean had previously been, his concentration was broken. He was unable to regain his composure and make it through the attack. As
We
you
gave
all
them
take-
fire resistance, right?
They took care of themselves.
Okay.
I gave it to Riffin, though. Is Riffin here?
He made his way out. He led it here, and he is out of the fight.
He's like, you're on your own.
He,
Did my part.
he was hurting.
Don't forget, I also gave everyone 12 temporary.
Yeah.
hit points.
Yeah. So, 25 points of fire damage on a failed save.
Right. So half, so 12.
12 on a success, 6 with resistance. So I think Himi takes 6, Akiko takes 12.
Wait, I made it.
Yes. So Himi takes
Oh,
6.
yeah.
Akiko takes 12 for his resistance. Oddwald takes 12, and the Dean takes 25.
That 6 you're accounting for my resistance as well?
Yes.
The Dean didn't have fire resistance? What?
He takes... Okay, I'm sorry. Oddwald and the Dean take... the Dean takes... No, that's why. The Dean takes 12, Oddwald takes 6.
Okay.
Because they both have their resistance.
Were they able to keep their did that break their concentration? On whatever they're casting here? Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Yes. Both of
Teacher!
them have now been...
Don't we have a pop quiz?
Both of them have now also, from this damage, have been taken away from being able to cast to finish this ritual.
Okay.
But they walk their way back up to try and complete it one more time, or try and like sustain it one more time. Now,
Perhaps we
Remy,
should
it is
move
your
away.
turn.
Oh God! Remy is gonna see that and just start bolting over to the magic circle, using his hasted action to disengage. He's gonna make it right here, which is 35 feet. And the hat is going to pulse, and I think I can get everyone in this. I know I can get everyone like within the magic circle, but the Dean might be a little too far outside.
Yami's gonna say, scooch over, get the Dean, I am fine.
I don't know if I can get both of them, maybe? Is this okay? Can I get both of them?
What's the
10
radius?
feet? 10 foot? They're a little too far apart. Screw it.
Doesn't look
Hat's
like
gonna-
it.
Get
Hat's
the
gonna
Dean!
Oh my God.
He's out of the circle.
get me
He probably needs
instead.
the most help.
That's
Hat's
true.
gonna pulse
He's
and
the
get,
two of us were the ones that failed.
Akiko and the Dean. You both get... seven per hit. Your previous,
7?
if you still had any. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Remy's gonna run back towards the fire beast. Stay safe! And is going to throw a ray of frost at him. Ray of frost is a 19 to hit,
Yeah, it hits.
and that is nice. 19 cold damage,
All right, 19 cold damage.
and right by the spiritual weapon. Gets by the spiritual weapon and just kind of nods at him.
All
Braces.
right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Ash, you're up.
I would like to cast Fire on him. Give me a dex save.
Sure, dex save.
16.
Yeah, no, that's a 12.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I'll just walk over here.
Sure.
And take one attack. Because of my hasted action. Why? Better. It'll be a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Now this is just a normal attack, right?
With my shillelagh, yeah. It'll be
you
a 12.
Can you shillelagh with hasted action?
Shillelagh is on the weapon, so as long as you use the weapon, yeah.
Oh wait, because it's a bonus action. Correct. Yes. Good. And it lasts a
Nope.
minute, right? Correct. All right. Good. I'll remember for the rest of it. What is it?
13 points of damage.
Yeah.
As I
13
go in,
points
I
of
see-
damage.
I do some little blue sparklies on him, and those sparklies kind of just make him a little bit more apparent for everybody.
All right. Now
Ooh,
this
sparkles.
molten earth and flaming creature is now also glitter bombed, as he's very apparent to be hit now.
We can somehow
Ash.
see him even better than the giant thing of fiery
Well, the
glowing.
sparklies dim down his light, so you can actually see him without having to close your eyes.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ash, you take 10 points of damage with your resistances from hitting him and ending your turn within its range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 instances of the weapon halved. That's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do. Bonus action. Everybody's too far away to inspire action. I don't know.
All right. So, the creature is his turn, as he is going to walk forward. He's too big. He is going to move forward. And he's going to stop right here. And he's going to take an attack against Akiko and Himi at disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
All right.
And I am also going to put up my Sword of Shadows as a reaction.
He can't double disadvantage. So it's just a
Fine.
single instance of disadvantage.
Fine. Then I won't.
So the first attack against Himi is a 2 plus 10, so 12.
It does not hit.
And now the second
Plus
attack
10.
against Akiko is 13 plus 10, so 23.
That's gonna hit a little bit, yeah.
All right, great. So
I'm just engulfed in flames right now.
What is he? How is he? What is he hitting me with? Is he like?
his molten fist.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. That sounds fun.
Ooh, you got lucky there. You got lucky there. You take 17 points of fire damage
So 8
as he reaches up and
halved.
misses Himi with the first strike, and then comes up and attacks him with the second strike. And that's going to be the end of its turn there. As it is now, Akiko.
Akiko, have you been doing the concentration checks?
That was. Oh, I did not make the I didn't make the concentration check last time. I forgot to do that. Let me make a con save.
Okay.
Is it a con save?
Yes, con saving throw.
Okay.
That should-
So that
should be
keeps
good.
it. And then what is the con save DC?
A
Like-
magnanimous
Well, what was it that
dispensation.
you are
Haste.
saving against?
Oh
The
no.
haste, concentration.
10 points of damage. so
Hey,
that'll be
Hydra
DC 10.
Wolf. Hydra
Yeah, it was-
Wolf
it
just
was
cheered.
10.
We've got random
He
encounter.
said good table.
It's a
Oh,
good
okay.
table.
Okay. God.
Riffin joins
I
the
just
fight.
saw the bits and Hydra Wolf, and I was like,
All right, Tim.
All right. So
Good
I made the
table
con
this
save.
time. All right, you made the con save.
But yeah.
Sure.
Let you-
So, along with that, everyone make a wisdom save.
No!
18.
23.
17.
Okay, you all make it. Which means everything, your effect is better. As you all see out of the corner, Havel makes his way out, a little banged and bruised up from being out and helping with the other elemental creatures out in the tree line. And he is going to swirl his hands up, and he's going to point over to Ash, and it's going to hit Ash, and it's like a restorative wave washes over you and helps to cleanse you of whatever burns and fires that hit you. Get 12 points of healing as this wave hits you and jumps over to Remy and heals you for 12 as it jumps over to
Hey.
Himi, Akiko, and the 2 wizards and heals
Yes.
everyone for 12 points of
Chain heal.
yes. Chain heal as Havel sits here and says, "Just keep it up. Keep this going. We can do this." Thank you, Hydra Wolf, for the good table. And that was the end of whose turn?
I don't think Akiko
it was in the
actually went.
middle of my turn.
Okay.
I
Cool.
just took the con save that I was supposed to take for taking the damage, so I guess it was the end of his turn,
Okay.
technically. The end of the beast. Anyways, okay. So then I shall oh, that's completely worthless. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the wand again, or the staff, be like, come on!
Oof.
I'm a little bit distracted right
You
now.
have advantage though.
I do?
You do, because of the fairy fire.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I should have done. Okay.
All right,
That's
that
much better.
hits. 12 points of cold damage as it wails into him.
The other
For all
piece
this.
of Ray of Frost is his speed is reduced by 10.
All right, great. Sure. Is that the end of your turn?
No, I am going to split off from the group here, and I'll get. I'll fly over this way, and land there.
All right, great. At the end of your turn, he's going to use another legendary action. As he sees that you run out of the way and he can't reach you, he now turns to Himi and is going to take a slash at Himi. It's just a normal slash at disadvantage,
Disadvantage because I'm in the circle, yep.
but a 24 does hit.
24 was the lower roll.
I rolled a 14 and a 15.
Oh,
So you're going to take just 17 points of fire damage. It's just a single instance. That's going to be half to math.
8.
8.
Half to math.
8 points of fire as he uses its last legendary action for this turn. And
Alright.
now it's Himi. You're up.
Okay, I am gonna just turn back at him and fire my wand with advantage, and then I'm gonna push my spiritual weapon towards him as well to slam an attack, again with advantage.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah! So I rolled an 18 or a 21 with the first one, 12 cold damage with my wand, and then crit 27, and then 11 force damage.
all right. Great. So that is 12, 11. So that's
23.
23 damage.
Himi, how are you looking?
I am fine. Don't worry about me.
As
And
you
she's
shoot
just
the
gonna
cold-
check down on her ropes, make sure none of the red is, you can tell how much she's bleeding.
Yeah, and as you shoot the cold and hit with the spiritual weapon, you see the cold starts to climb up the creature and spread a little bit as it's and as the spiritual weapon hits, it hits parts of the sharded area and parts of its exterior fly off of it. Is
I
that the end
think
of
we
your
can
turn?
do it. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Remy, you're up.
I think we can do it. Oh my god, I'm in the middle of fire. Remy's going to run out here, just do a little disengagey.
All right,
Where is Ash?
he
Oh,
is
there
over
he is.
here.
Oh, down there.
He is far away. Everybody seems to be out of my reach. He's gonna kind of come up here. The hat's gonna glow. Akiko, you get. Where's my dicey do? You get 6 temporary hit points.
Thank you kindly.
And then Remy is going to aim his wand once again, and the runes are kind of going to pulse, and he's going to cast Ray of Frost again. Hopefully this hits.
You can do it.
That is a dirty 20 to hit,
All right, you hit.
and that is 14 cold damage.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
And he is going to run right there. Nice. Everyone, brace. I don't know.
Yeah. So with that hit, you impact the aspect, and as the ice starts to cover him a little bit, he's attempting to move closer to the area as he is slowing each time you hit him. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Ash, you're up.
I will walk over here, cast a little thunder wave at him, take my horn out, blow it real good.
All
Give
right,
me
sure.
a con save.
All right. It's gonna be a dirty 20.
Makes it.
All right.
Oh, he still takes 14 points damage after the save for half.
That's half.
Yeah.
Cool. So, great. Is that the end of your turn?
And then I'm gonna take one hit at him.
Before you take that last hit, the aspect gets hit with the thunder wave as you clap, and the force shoots out from you as the thunderous damage hits. Everyone hears it around. As the creature gets hit, it's going to put its hand to the ground, and it's gonna, its light is going to dim. As you see the molten, like, alcove of his eyes and mouth are gonna start to dim as he goes to the ground, and he seems to be partly dormant for the time being.
Kimmy's gonna turn on while I'm like, how big?
We got him? Oh my god.
Are we ready to sail?
Akiko, can you trap him, freeze him, something?
Dean, what do we do?
You're still in combat. Ash, what do you do?
I believe it went down to 0, and where's it blooded? What is it?
It is currently what you can assume out of commission at where it is. He's not moving, he's not reacting. He seems to be dimly lit with some ice kind of frozen over him a bit.
Oh, and I'm gonna turn there then.
Great. So, it is the aspect's turn. The ice that was slowly encasing him wasn't enough to encase him, as at the beginning of his turn, he begins to rekindle. And he's not as bright as he was before, but he is now back up, as he is ready to continue what he was doing. Now seeing the next creatures in his path, he's going to lift up and throw another magma ball straight down at his feet to the 4 of you all. So, dexterity saving throws all around.
Rip.
Rip.
16
No,
for
I mean,
me.
just rip for us, but dirty 20 for me.
Okay, 16 fails.
Oh.
Dirty 20 succeeds. Let's do Oddwald and the Dean. They both succeed.
Nice.
So, and 6, 7. 31 points of fire damage failed, but then with your resistance, that's 15 points of
15.
fire damage.
And then 7.
So for you, yes, 7.
I just had a
And for
little
and
miniature
for-
heart attack.
And for both the wizards, 7 as well. And they're still looking okay. Let's make concentration checks. Yeah, they're fine. And the creature is going to end its turn there. So, next up, Akiko. The creature is looking dimly lit with a lot of its molten rock falling bits off of it. But it appears to be able to just rekindle itself.
It's on
Yeah.
its last legs. We gotta hit it with everything we got.
All right. Here we go. I'll take the wand again. Be like, come on. Fling some more frost at it. And is it still at advantage with the fairy fire?
Yes.
23.
All right, 23, 9 points of damage. Great, great. So as you hit it with these 9 points, it looks as though it is ready to collapse again, but it is still on its feet. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Next up, Hemi.
Can that wand of yours do anything more powerful, Hemi?
We shall see. She is going to see that it's looking low, and she's going to forego drinking her health potion, and she's just gonna attack Ray of Frost with advantage, and then again just slam her spiritual weapon into it.
Okay.
With
If
advantage.
you would like to, you can also cast Ice Storm out of the wand as well.
Instead of Ray of Frost.
Shit, yeah. I understand now what you meant, Remy.
Yes.
Oh, I don't see where... Okay, hold on just a sec. Let me see if it'll let me do that. Or even see the spell so I know what to roll. Wand of Winter... Ice Storm. Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna do that.
Great, great.
With advantage, or does it just go?
It
It's just a
is
dexterity
a
kick.
saving throw.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so, and then spiritual weapon for 19 with 8 force damage.
so
Great.
it's
So the creature is hit with the damage, and with the first instance of damage, it collapses again as it falls to the ground, and then it is pelted with the rest of the sleet storm as the cold wintry wind goes around it. How much is it in the roll 20?
Yeah, so
It's
it was 19 cold damage total. 9 bludgeoning and then 10 cold. Or, yeah, 9 bludgeoning, 10 cold.
Yeah, 10
yeah,
cold damage. All right, so
Yeah.
10 cold damage as the aspect is now
He's
back
just gonna look
down
at
to
the
its
wand.
dim
I guess
setting.
so.
And a good chunk of it is the aspect is now frozen over as it is dimly lit. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I was just doing that spiritual weapon for sure, like to make sure that it's down and not like.
So
Coming back.
thematically or mechanically, it is at 0 hit points.
Okay,
It is partially frozen over.
so no rekindle.
You don't know that yet.
Remy, your turn.
yeah. That's the point. Okay, Remy's gonna back up, and he'll take the disengage for the hasted action anyway, because he doesn't want to get hit no matter what. And he's going to say, "I really hope this is it." And he's going to cast another Ray of Frost. And okay, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And please be enough. Please be enough. Please be. That's okay. 14 cold damage.
All right. You send it flying over to him as it a good portion of him is freezing over as the cold is subsiding the fire.
Yeah, and then Akiko, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah. Remy's gonna run back in. The hat's gonna burst, and Hemi is going to get 12 temporary hit points.
Well, thank you, Remy.
That is my
Just
turn.
Timmy.
Right.
Yes, just Hemi.
So, Ash, it is your turn. Most of the creature is frozen over currently.
I would like to hit at it non-lethally. Fail with a 11 and 21.
Yeah, you hit it. You do, as the
10 points of
creature's
damage.
thematically down and incapacitated, I think you also do max damage too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that'd be a crit. It'd just be in the F15.
Right, all right. So you stab into this thing as you kind of reach for the forward area, as you reach for the spots that aren't frozen over, that are like the lower part of his forearm to his hand and the upper part of his chest to his head that is still dimly lit. And you stab into it, seeming to not get burned when you hit it. Is that the end of your
Yes.
turn?
Yep, that's it.
All right. As it rekindles once more, as not the entire creature was frozen over, and as he shakes off parts of the ice, he takes another 2 strikes at the 2 individuals in front of him, Remy and Hemi. So, disadvantage. First attack
Disadvantage.
against Hemi, 21. Second attack against Remy, 30-20.
That doesn't hit.
All right. So, Hemi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Take 11 points of fire damage, reduced to 6.
Oh, okay.
To 5. As, wow, that was some shit rolls. He just came back from the grave as he swings at you and is going to slowly lift himself up, cracking ice off of him as he is back and rekindled ever so slightly. It's going to be the end of his turn, and it is Akiko.
I'm going to take this opportunity. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to think. How tall is this thing?
Gargantuan. Which means
Okay,
he's
so-
very, very tall.
Basically, what I'm trying to figure out is how tall would I have to make this to make a wall between him and the circle.
Wall of ice you're talking about?
Yeah.
Depends on how many sections you can make with it.
I can make 10-foot sections,
100 feet.
but it would only be, it's like 10-foot squares, so it would be like a 10-foot wall just straight up. So if I can split that and do it
Yeah,
50
like,
Yeah,
feet
so if there's
tall
10
and-
of them, yeah, if you want to do 50 feet, 20 feet wide, 50 feet tall, you can get a good wall at head of it. If you want to do it on its spot, I believe.
So that's kind of where I'm.
Can you
Just
cast it, Brian? Can you cast the spell on him?
Yeah.
Make him take the damage.
It makes him. It says if you cast it, if there's a creature, basically it pushes them to one side of the wall, and they take damage on a failed, or they take damage,
And
on
then they
fail-
make a save. All right, so
They take half damage.
you take the Borealis and you slap it into the ground. As you do, the mages must make more constitution checks. Dean makes it, Oddwald doesn't. As Oddwald is kind of knocked back behind it. He's looking a little worse for wear now that he's been... They've both been abused in all of this sense. But as you take this and you slam the Borealis down into the ground, ice shatters from underneath you, forward and underneath the aspect. As it's slowly making its way up, the ice walls appear and slams through him, knocking him, this gargantuan creature, up and back as he makes a saving throw.
Do y'all think that he has to get it to
And it is
zero?
DC's 8 or Dex 18.
He fails.
And he takes
10d6.
41 cold
Ooh.
damage. And he's pushed back to the other side of the wall.
Wait, 10d6?
Yes.
Mhm.
Isn't it 5d6?
This is the glacial
Nope.
prison, which is basically wall of ice, but
Well, otherwise it's 6 level spell
Mhm.
EG.
yeah.
Yes,
So the-
and it says
the
the
dex
creature
is
takes
200.
5d6 cold damage on a failed save.
That's for going
Oh,
through it after.
Gotcha. Okay, great. I see where it is. 10d6. There you go. So 41 points of cold damage.
And if I was going to, basically I would have tried to put the wall there to push him back away from the circle.
Yeah. So he gets knocked back a little bit as the wall is in between you and the circle.
Excellent.
And he looks frozo.
He's looking more frozen than the last time you all pelted him with the attacks. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna let me move a bit over just to kind of get.
Jimmy,
I'm gonna check on the
not
dean and
chance.
see what's going on. That's it.
All right. It's the end of your
Come
turn.
on, guys.
Remy, I'm going to see what this can do. And
All
she's
right.
gonna cast out Sleet Storm.
Another
Oh.
sleet storm.
Sleet
Great.
storm or snowstorm?
Sleet Storm. So this is a huge area of effect. It's
So it doesn't matter. The creature is essentially unconscious, 0. So he fails his saves.
yeah, but I still want the storm up. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Yeah.
Yes. So
So
Roll-
it's a huge
Just drop it
circle.
on its head.
Yeah, I'm trying
80
to.
foot diameter.
Yeah. So just
there's area to the west side of this map, so you can put it over there as well if you want to
Yeah,
not
hold
hit
on.
everyone.
yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to. I'm just trying to draw it so that it's actually. Is that someone count out whether that's 80 feet for me? 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay.
That didn't work.
So I was just trying to do it I'm gonna try and do it like that. How's that? Yeah?
I don't see what you changed. There you go. Yeah.
Like that?
Go for it. Yep.
Okay. So it doesn't hit everyone?
Yeah. So roll the
Okay.
damage.
Yeah.
The wall is there,
Uh,
that line I marked, by the way, just so you have an.
It's not so much damage, just as
Wait, this is
it's-
sleet storm?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't do any damage.
If the creature starts this turn in the spell creature must, and it's concentrating. It must
Gotcha.
make con
This is a
save.
concentration.
But also,
based
it's
thing
all
with
difficult
terrain.
terrain for it. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it has to dex or fall prone.
Automatically fails. It's prone. It's
Yep.
thematically unconscious.
But if it
mostly
gets
frozen.
back up, it'll fall over. And
So-
then, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's Himmy's gonna look around like, it's down. Will it come back up? What the hell else do we need to do to it?
You probably got to bring him down in the circle. I mean, probably.
Possibly, but they're not done with their spell yet.
Yeah, like
So,
she's gonna turn back to Oddworld. Oddworld, update. I keep asking you, are you done yet?
They're both gonna yell, "Freeze the damn thing!" And
What the what?
that's it.
It keeps popping back up.
Just keep hitting it with cold.
Remy, it's your turn.
Remy's gonna come in here and say, "You guys are doing a great job. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up." The hat's gonna pulse, and Oddwald and Hemi are gonna get 12 temporary hit points, and then he's going to run this way to see around the wall, and he's going to cast a ray of frost at the big guy. Please, for the level. Natural 20.
Good. Roll that damage.
Let's do this. Dang, 29
All
points of
right.
cold damage.
Wow.
So, you drop the hat. You stand around. You sling the ice over to them. As the ray of frost hits the creature, it's dormant, like scorched but cooling breath. Now is the ice engulfs the creature as it freezes out to where his breath came out. The creature is completely engulfed in a shimmering encasement of ice that is now completely immobilized and unable to move. As now the dean yells out, "Good! Now bring the Borealis here." So, as we are now moving through,
You have a
this
forklift.
combat is ended. The
No,
Borealis.
the Borealis. The Borealis.
Oh, the Borealis.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll say, "Step the Borealis to the center."
Oh, I'm gonna lose the Borealis. All right. I'll go ahead, take the staff, be like, "Come on!" Stick it right down
So you stab it down.
with my 5 strength.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Amy, you make a
Okay.
dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. If I'm going to the center, I would be within the
I
circle.
rolled
I don't know what that does.
a
It doesn't do anything.
9.
9. Okay.
21.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of rolling over there.
So, 22 points of force damage as the Borealis stabs into the ritual circle, and it swirls and explodes. As it explodes, it hits the two wizards, Akiko and Himi, and Remy and Ash. You feel the aftermath of this explosion, as Akiko only takes 11, half for saving. Oddwald takes the full brunt and gets sent back, as the dean takes only partially, as he kind of stands his ground and is able to resist it.
I also have that again because of my brooch of shielding.
Himmy's gonna go down if it's 22 points of force damage.
I mean, you're down.
Yeah, and I also take 22.
No,
Okay.
you guys just feel the aftermath of it.
Even with your 12 temporary hit points, Hemi? Wow. Okay.
Because I forewent a healing potion
healing
to try
potion,
and do
yeah.
the Ray of Frost last time because I thought it was, like, close.
Are we still in combat, DM?
As the Borealis stabs in and you clear your eyes as it comes in, the cracked, fiery ground, as the veins coming out of the spell circle go from orange to a frozen blue, as it reaches its way out, it sends out, and it starts to curve around and come towards the aspect. As it reaches the aspect, the influence of the Borealis latches onto the ice of the aspect, and it drags its form to the circle, as you all can get the idea that you gotta get the fuck out of there.
Is anyone
I'm
able to
reaching
get
down
Hemi
and-
up?
Yeah, I'm reaching down and slapping a cure wounds on Hemi for 11 hit points.
Okay, she's gonna. Just- Thank
Everybody
you.
out!
Yeah, the dean's gonna yell, out of here now! And everyone's gonna start to make their way as the aspect is being dragged and its form is being contorted as it's...
Y'all just gonna leave Hemi there?
Oh, she's up.
Me got cure wounds.
Okay.
Should we go back to the avium?
The arms contort.
The image is on the other side of the thing.
This gargantuan creature starts
Um,
to shrink as it gets dragged towards the circle.
I'm gonna, as we kind of are like getting running here, expeditious retreat for the group here, and that drops the wall and everything too, and gets everybody moving out the way.
The arms contort and get sucked into the center of the circle as
Obviously, I'm gonna drop my magic
melds.
circle so it can go in there.
the head melds into the ice, forms. I think it dropped when you went unconscious anyway.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it would, but yeah.
The head melds into the ice as the creature is slowly just being sucked in and in until all that's left is a spire of ice that is sticking out of the ground. And as you stand outside of the frozen, sucked in, the circle is no more, the creature is no more. All that's left is a large ice spire. As you sit, the blue, frigid cold of the ice is slowly spreading through the veins of molten core, cracks in the ground. As the area starts to get cooler and starts to harden together, as the molten turns to ice and the ice repairs the land that was cracked and fractured. As it spreads out, you see the smoke around you begin to be less and less as the ice begins to help cool the effects of the aspect's previous disasters. Kind of look around to each other, beaten and battered. Oddwald kind of laying on the ground, bleeding from a lot of areas. The dean is kind of sitting next to him, tending to him a bit. Havel just falls to the ground.
Himmy's
So-
gonna drink a healing potion really quick while we're all just sitting here. She's just gonna like drink. How is
I
everyone
imagine
feeling?
Himmy's healing potions
Do you
are
need-
coffee.
Do you need just it's just
Hey,
a
man, you
shot
gotta
of
look after yourself
espresso?
first.
4D for healing. Is it
Hey, man, you're trying to be a hero. You gotta look at
14.
yourself first if you're somebody else.
well,
believe a
she's
great-
she's like, what do you see that I am doing? But you all need healing. I can do healing, or there's more potions.
I believe the great mage and sage Osha said that you gotta save yourself before.
I don't know what
Self-rescue
Oh
first.
shit.
OSHA is, but yeah, no, I am good. I had some espresso. We are good. Do
The
you guys
scrolls
need
of
anything?
OSHA.
I feel so bad for y'all because I didn't take even a little bit of hurt. I was just fine. As I have
Seriously.
41, I have full health.
What?
How bad are Oddwald and Nadine looking? Like,
You
Pretty
got
rough.
whacked around. How did you take no damage?
Temporary hit points.
I'm
Guess
gonna walk
Pretty-
up to the dean and dump a little bit.
Oh, tyrant.
Yeah, they're looking pretty rough. Oddwald especially is kind of beaten and battered. He wasn't ready for all the
All right,
impacts
I'll-
the staff had to make against him.
I will throw a healing word at him.
Sure. As you guys kind of group medic the area around you, Havel's gonna come and just try to help and try to pull people back, make sure everything's okay. The wounds are slowly closing, but the blood is still like dripping out, and everyone is kind of just together now as
Forever.
you see the wood is just less plumage of smokes are poofing all around you, and things are starting to get quieter down now.
Himmy's
As-
gonna turn to the dean and just like ask, is that it? Is it sealed, or is it gonna pop back out again?
The looks of it, I think this is it. Looks as though it's gone now.
All right, she's gonna
As
she's
you-
gonna
as
just
you
sit
do
down
look
and take
at
a
it,
breath, and then like she's gonna let go of her spiritual weapon.
Yeah, and as you see, it's just a spire of ice that's coming out of the ground. Very, very thick structure of ice that has a little bit. If you look closely, you can see like a swirl of flame that's grabbed in it.
Have we done it? Have we truly done it?
Seems so. She's gonna look at Oddwald. Oddwald, don't touch it. No more. No
I'm
more touching portals.
well and through retired as it is. I'm too
If
old
you-
for this.
If you get any more visions, you talk to the dean before doing anything.
Send everything I hear upstream. It's not my problem anymore.
Don't let yourself become convinced otherwise. Alright, she's gonna stand back up and like try and just smooth the, crusted blood and just ash and stuff on it. And she's like, should we turn back to the outer heart?
You'll see
So,
Benna is gonna make her way back after a little bit of you guys healing each other and medicing and talking. Carrying Riffin, as a couple of her captains are also on their way back. as they take a look at the spire and your work, and they say, creatures are retreating. I assumed that everything is over now.
Yeah, he's gonna come up and just kind of place a hand on Riffin. Is he all right? And she's gonna cast Prepare the Die.
Oh, he's fine. He's just he needs to take a break after everything.
Okay.
It
was a long run.
was a long run, and he joined us to fight the rest of this, and then collapsed after. So I would need a rest myself too if I did that.
Shall we make our way back home?
Yes, unless someone wants to camp here and rest up a bit, and then we journey home.
I mean, I'm just fine. I feel like I can walk for 3 days straight.
Himmy's gonna look at the rest and just kind of. I don't know if there is anything else for me in the other heart. I may just go home.
When you say go home, do you mean back to your coven, or
For a few days, rest up a little bit, recover. I feel like our work is done. The fires will no longer burn.
well,
I need to.
suppose.
It is time to find a new path.
Oh, this is a conversation I didn't expect to be having at this moment, but I respect that, Henny. I suppose I can go tend to my father's estate and figure out what's going on in Meadowfen. I don't know.
Maybe I will come visit
I would do.
in a short while and check on your shop and get some coffee.
Okay, that sounds nice.
She's gonna look at Kiko and Ash and just be like, next time I am out near the Elder Heart, I will look you up. Though I don't see myself climbing up those branches anytime soon. I prefer to stay on the ground for the next little while.
Very well. Well, if you ever do venture up, you have a place to stay.
Thank you.
You can always find me at the roots.
It's closer to the ground.
Well, Himmy, you're going to have to go back to the Elder Hearts anyway. We have to collect our reward.
Himmy is tired. Himmy is broken.
Oh my god, Hemmy's saying no to goal, you guys.
It has been a long journey.
Are you okay?
Of burning and fire. I am just relieved to be done. And now, everyone can rest. The forest can heal. And there will be no more spirits stuck, unable to leave.
Oh well, I'll save your share of the money for the reward for saving the Elder Heart and the world.
Maybe next time I come through, I'll get it from you.
If it's still there. Yeah. All right then. It's been fun, Hemi. See you in a little bit.
She's gonna just wrap up her scarves and she's gonna turn and start walking towards the northwest.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Gets up and breaks away from the party to go home.
Well, I suppose if we're making these farewells, I should probably go my way too. I'm not heading back to the Elder Hunt. Ash, you can keep stock of my money as well if you'd like. I
All
won't have
right,
too
I'll
much
tell
details.
Fang. I'll tell Fang you'll be no longer his apprentice.
Your
Well,
buddy might be a little safer in my family's house as opposed to the roots. No offense, Ash.
Maybe, but I like the roots. It's hard being up there with all these people and never having to look over in your, having to look outside, and always having, feeling so safe. It's so weird. I like where I am. I like
Very
me.
well.
oh, well, you two can figure it out. But yeah, I'll be back eventually. But I didn't realize exactly how tired I was, and how much I just wanted to go home. So Remy's gonna pull off one of his remaining pouches from his robe of useful items, and
Oh, no.
out springs a fully equipped riding horse.
I knew exactly where that was going.
Oh,
as soon
no.
as you said that.
This one isn't going to break his ankle, hopefully.
All right, who's getting on the horse?
He rides off into the sunset.
I shall visit you.
I would like to suggest a horse.
You would like to suggest a horse?
To buck him off.
Because
Oh,
I think you can speak to the horse and such.
I can understand. I mean, understand by
Wait, what's the
maybe it's large
intelligence of the
size.
horse? Because I think it needs to have an intelligence of 3 or higher.
Horse.
No, because
It's
even
the
then,
top-
if it's fine. It's a.
Isn't that what?
two.
Isn't that what suggestion says?
It has an intelligence of 2. Yeah, long or riding horse.
Sorry, I was combining two different things.
I think I don't remember which one it is, but
Fuck. I guess
I
right
can't
off in
believe
the
you wanted to
distance,
ruin
like a hero.
someone's ride off into the sunset moment.
I know, how rude.
it might not be. I think suggestion doesn't matter.
It's all right.
It's like
At
that,
the moment passed.
right off into the sunset. As the rest of the crew that's here are making their way back to the Elder Hearts. Now it's Ash and Akiko.
I'm going to do something a little bit fun to get back. But I will first, since they already kind of rode off, I'll check in with the dean. Where are you heading to now?
First stop, the Elder Heart. Then probably back to the Avium.
All right. Oh, he still has the flying thing, doesn't he?
The Rock?
The
Dimitri?
rock? Dimitri.
Dimitri's on a journey elsewhere. He's
Oh, okay.
A journey of
doing some
discovery.
Yeah, we're gonna find him in season 2.
I thought that he was staying to travel back, or how the dean is going to. Well, in that case, how far back is it to the Elder Heart again?
just like half a day at this point.
All right.
You can make it back.
I'm going to I'm going to use my boots to fly up into the air and then activate my my backpack thing that Remy so thoughtfully created for all of us and glide back to the Elder Heart.
Okay, well, you're gonna fly up and fly for a little while, and then once your flying is expended, you will glide your way there.
Yes. You're like, I'll see you there, Ash.
All right. And I will just walk my way over.
You walk with the group, with the remaining group, back to the Elder Heart.
Why does everybody want to leave? Usually stories end with y'all going over, having a big parade, everybody cheering on a name.
Yeah. And as you're mulling this over, as you make it back, you do get back to the Albert Heart, and as it is, news has already gotten around, as someone went ahead, and reactions are joyous and shocked, thinking that half the party is no more, as they didn't hear, and everyone has to be informed that they were not coming back, and they left, and then the shock goes back to jovial, and everyone is now throwing a party, essentially. It is a party all day in the Albert Heart, as everyone is relieved that the information is back, that the aspect has been quelled. From the top to the bottom, everyone is cheerfully partying and running wild, and Akiko, you informed your family all is okay, and you make your way through and greet everyone in joviously political fashion, or making your way to everyone and discussing the ends of everything and the moving forwards of everything. Yes. Ash, you probably want to find Josh and enjoy your victory here at the Albert Heart.
Yep. I'll spend a few hours up top, and then I'll spend most of my time celebrating the roots, talking to people.
Yeah. As everyone is finding their parties, Remy, you make your way back to Meadowfen and inform of everything there. Is only half of the people that were there previously are still there, and it's again another eruption of joyous party, as they've been fighting to defend the town for quite some time now, as everything is very let loose now that there's such a peace of mind going around. Amy, make your way home. Happy to see you. Happy you're back, so that you can put your hands back to good use.
It's good to be
Maybe
back.
slap you up to help you get back into shape a little bit, but gets you back on the roll of things, and just as you left, the things are just back to normal.
I would like to think that after a few weeks or months go by, she would stop by Remy's shop and order some coffee.
Sure. As things go, everyone kind of goes about their business and are doing their things in the Alderheart, in the woods, in the towns. They're assimilating to life outside of adventuring. As you all take your long rest in the quiets of your own times, wherever you are spending your times whether in your lonesome or with your companions, deep asleep, a chill comes over you. It seems I'll have to try harder next time. As we fade to black, we close the story.
That sounded like Susan.
You leave her alone, she is pure.
Did we recognize the voice?
Yes.
It's not
Even if they-
Susan!
As we close the story, we thank you all for hanging out with us to adventure through Humblewood. And that is my loose interpretation of